Maybe we should actually put down the fucking microphone, then you could actually hear me. Hello, welcome back to What On May's Beast. Today we're back with Saku Saku. You may be wondering, why the fuck am I skipping? Well, I was told that apparently doing On's route first is recommended anyways. So I decided, why the fuck not? I'm kind of curious. So I'm going for On's route first. So I'm just skipping through everything we did last route. Just picking all the options that lead towards On. So yeah, that's the entire reason why I'm doing this. I just didn't want to like actively just go into the part again because hey, there's potential that I accidentally didn't that there's some kind of choice that I picked the wrong thing for. So I just basically want to make sure. So I have like a route guide up already. Though for some, it honest to God doesn't really make, honest to goodness, doesn't really make too much sense. Like this is not even like a case of yes, I want to like romance this person or not. Like, for example, the next choice was the one with the health checkup where you could basically cover for a meal, and there's no reason not to cover for her. Not covering for her is just you being an asshole. Also, I think like we had every single choice except for the last one and last part. So I take it like hold on, okay, so it's literally I literally did not need to do that. I can literally just load here. Thanks. Because apparently the fifth choice is literally just yes. Tiebreaker. Whoops, that's not what I wanted! It's the Monday of the new week. I'm on my way to school by myself while pondering how I should reply to Tsukushima's invitation. So, I know what leads to On's route, so it should be fine. Economy had to go to the student council, and Mia also went ahead today because she has something to do at school. However, the real baffling reason behind that should surface just all too soon. In response to the spectacle, which I've already seen before, I recall the wanted poster's affair. Did Hanako pull something weird again? Huh? That's spot a familiar back within the crowd of people and approach her on the occasion of checking the notice board. Morning, Tsukushima. Tsukushima, who has been looking at the board with a dumbfounded expression, shifts her gaze towards me.
Ohayo, Saba-kun.
Did student council make some kind of mess again? There's a paper that says notification from the student council, just like last time, informing of a new name change in big letters. The student council Shogi Club hereby changes its name to student council again. Wait, they only changed it back. Furthermore, it also says interpersonal countermeasures were added to our field of activities. I have no clue what that's supposed to mean, and besides that, there doesn't seem to be... Look at the part Tsukushima pointed at, I'm informed of a significant change in the situation. Mio! Right! That also says, New member, Ichinose Mio, second year. She's really just annexing everyone. Tsukushima, what's the meaning of this?
それを聞くために生徒会室へ行ってみるわ。浅葉くんはどうする？
The personal countermeasures. With Mio. I'm getting a bad feeling from the sound of these words. I nod in response to Tsukushima's question and set off towards the student council.
いらっしゃい、二人とも。
Mio?
おう、ユウマと月島じゃないか。
兄さん、ゆうり先輩、いらっしゃい。ゆうくん、ゆうりちゃん、おはよう。おはようじゃありません。なんでミオがここにいるんですか？
Seeing Tsukushima's menacing look, Mio becomes frightened.
なんでって、役員になったからだけど。
What kind of weird deal did you pull this time? I just really want to just look at her like, what kind of deal?
ミオが自分から生徒会へ入ろうとなんてするわけありません。
Saying that, she runs her gaze over each member of the student council.
いくら人手が足りないからって、なんて言ってミオを巻き込んだんですか？ゆうりちゃん、私は巻き込んでなんて。おほん。それについては私から説明するわ。ジンポウ先輩。ゆうりはミオちゃんの悩みのことを知ってるわよね。もちろんです。私たちはその悩みをギブアンドテイクで解決するため一致団結したのよ。
You really do love your give and take.
私の治療を先輩が手伝うって言ってくれたの。それで。
Think for a second, how the fuck can she help you?
ストップミオちゃん。いいの？秘密の明るみに出ちゃうよ。秘密？って何のことですか？この部の設立に関する理由のこと。ミオちゃんのプライバシーに関わるから秘密なの。だからってそんなこと。
In order to restrain the boiling Tsukushima, I lightly clap her shoulder.
浅葉くん。
Sorry, Mio, it's not like Tsukushima is criticizing you or anything. Mio stands there stupefied with watery eyes.
ごめんね。ごめんね、ゆうりちゃん。私はミオが自分で納得してるのであれば、怒るつもりはなくて。
That's a fucking bag for the bottles. I forgot to take it down here. I guess Tsukushima sticking to her principles meant only throw her argument at the president. But that in turn gave rise to a little misunderstanding between the two friends. Tsukushima probably now feels really guilty about it. However, it's not only Tsukushima, apparently it's the same with Mio.
私がこの部に入ったのは。
And as Mio begins to speak hesitantly, in a cheerful mood, the president intervenes.
ユウマくんに好きなだけ触りたいんだよね。だから秘密だったの。分かってくれた？違いますよ。触るたびに泣いちゃってたら愛想つかされちゃうもんね。ジンポウ先輩意地悪です。
My nose is itchy. And then I have to say I'd get tired of her due to her condition.
ユウマくん？
In an instant, the atmosphere becomes heavy. I know that I'm the reason for it, but I can't stop myself. I've always been watching her from nearby. Mio is always giving her best to cure it, even while in tears.
ゆうくん。
And you,
兄さん。
likely having guessed what I'm about to say, Konami restrains me. Again, silence fills the room. I realize that the main reason for the silence is the fact that they're all perplexed to see me angry. However, there's something I definitely can't let slide.
ごめんなさい。失言だったね。
As Senpai says that sorrowfully, I see her making a bitter face for the very first time. Excuse me. I leave student council, which is now clad in a heavy atmosphere. I understand that I've said something harsh. And precisely for that reason, I left the room like that. But here's the thing, though. He said something necessary because Ann really is just acting out. Like, yes, she wants to help people. However, she's basically attempting to force her help on people. Occasionally. That's what it feels, at least. Like, what with me, or, like... I forgot what it was last time. Did you actively, like, say that kind of stuff? Like, oh, yeah, so boys get sick of crying girls. I forget if that was an actual thing. You know what, I'm just not gonna say anything since I don't quite remember. Like, here's the thing, like, I actually really don't actually like On too much right now, but I'm too curious.
待ってくれ、ユーマ。
So, immediately going after me, so also enters the hallway.
お前が怒るなんて珍しいな。
Well, hit a nerve, sorry.
いいさ。ユーマの気持ちもわかる。
Having said that, So shrugs his shoulders while displaying a wry smile. I guess the thing I think with On, she doesn't have, like, any kind of restriction, like, sense of restricting herself, or how is the best way to put it? She doesn't have the voice in her head that tells her, hey, cool it a bit.
俺も生徒会に入りたての頃は先輩にしっちゃかめっちゃか引き回されてな。
But, like, another way to say it, I guess, is like that she has a big problem that she talks before thinking about it. Quite a bit. Like, she is not stupid. We've noticed that at this point. But at the same time, she doesn't really think things through before she says things. That's what it feels like. My condolences.
今さらねぎらっても遅えよ。
He complains with a smile.
ま、別にいいんだけどな。だが、勘違いしているであろうことだけは訂正させてくれ。
Misunderstanding? What do you mean?
会長はな、冗談とか目立ちたいとか、そういうエゴだけでことを起こす人じゃないんだよ。
She's a legitimately nice person, it seems, but she goes about it the wrong way.
あの人はいつも一生懸命なんだ。
Giving her all.
ああ、何事にもな。
I don't get what you're trying to say with just that.
そうかもな。でも、そろそろ分かってきてるんじゃないか。
I don't answer that question and simply remain silent. To be honest, it's not like I don't understand at all. She was always thinking about others instead of herself when she acted. You by any chance trying to say she already knew this would turn into such a mess?
俺は会長じゃないから分からんが、そうかもな。
If that's the case, where's the point of needlessly getting Tsukushima mad?
それも分からんけど。でも、あの会長ならできると思うんだ。
Pull what off?
月島さんを。
Making her
分からないって顔だな。
inexplicable actions with Tsukushima as a target. If there's that sort of reason behind it, of course I don't.
それもそうだな。あ、ついでに言うと、お前のことも笑わせたがってたぞ。
Yeah, seems so.
だから気をつけろよ。月島さんを見ていればわかるだろ。会長はしつこいぞ。
Looks like I won't have it easy the next time. Seriously, the thought of it makes me want to heave a sigh. I've always felt that there's something similar about her and me, but it still surprised me to hear she wants to make others smile.
まあそんなわけだから、あんまり会長を責めないでやってくれ。
Right. Tell her that I'm sorry about earlier.
俺がか?
Yeah, tell her that I'm sorry for having caused her discomfort. そ
んなこと自分で言えばいいだろう。それに会長だって自分が悪いと思ってるだろうよ。じゃあそれだけだ。会長はだいたい生徒会室にいるから、気が向いたら顔を出してやれ。
So returns to the student council room with a cheerful smile on his face. When I see off his retreating figure, I ponder about the president. In the end, I didn't exchange a single word with either me or Tsukushima after the incident at the student council room in the morning. Well, I guess it's more like I just didn't know how to talk to them. Seriously, what am I doing? As I descend the hill on my way back home while breathing a sigh, I hear a voice from above me. As I look up reflexively, I find... What are you doing up there?
ユーマさんを待っていました。い
Waiting for me? Is there something you want with me?
え、そういうわけではないです。
Anyways, just get down there. It's starting to look up.
はい、今そっちに行きます。
Seemingly happy for some reason, Tina jumps off with a gleeful smile on her face. Tina! Before my eyes that are widened in surprise, Tina slowly descends to the ground. She does have wings for a reason.
来ました。
Say, can you actually fly or what?
当然です。恋の妖精の力をなめないでください。
It would seem that the wings on her back aren't just for show. Tina, put those wings away. It'll be bad if someone saw you like that.
そうでした。引っ込めます。
With a light whoosh, Tina's little wings disappear as if melting into empty space. How exactly does that work?
私にもよくわかりません。でも、ないと木の上に登れません。
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, you can just climb.
あと、出しておかないと恋の妖精の力を使えないです。でも、どうして翼なのでしょう。
How am I supposed to know that? Without throwing a retort in response to the fact that she's smoothly rephrasing everything to say love fairy, I just shrug my shoulders. So basically, I guess I can take it that she is in Soul Reaper mode whenever she has those wings out.
ユーマさん、どうしました？
Huh? What do you mean?
それは、ご機嫌が芳しくないように見受けられますからね。そのことを伺っているのではないでしょうか。
Tina gazes at me somewhat anxiously. Am I making such a grim face? Tina really is an honest girl. Though to appease my slightly irritable heart, I take a couple deep breaths. So, what's actually the reason you've been waiting for me anyway?
目が覚めましたので、お迎えに来ました。
Good, it's faint, but she's smiling again. Don't say stuff like that, it's not funny at all if a Soul Reaper tells you she came to pick you up. Besides, did you nap all day again?
ニート最高です。ちなみに、死神じゃなくて恋の妖精です。
I see. So you're trying to say it's a love fairy's duty to lock herself indoors and immerse herself in a life of self-indulgence?
あ、嘘です。ちゃんと自宅警備してました。
Doesn't really make a difference.
ティナ様？ん？小太郎、何？ユーマ様に何やら言いたいことがあったのでは？そうでした。忘れるところでした。
Something you wanted to say? What is it? In response to my question, she...
おかえりなさい。
Ah! Welcomes me back from school like that. Gives all of a sudden.
目が覚めましたので。
Yeah, you already said so. Wait, why are you making such a puzzled face?
理由になっていませんか？
I wonder. Is there something I can't make any sense out of her?
なら、もう一回ですね。おかえりなさい、です。
She's basically just a useless, neat reaper, and yet she says so with perfect naturalness. I'm back.
Hi!
Before I knew it, my heart had become a bit lighter again.
Yu君、怒ってる？
Huh? The next morning, I'm on my way to school to get up with Miu and Konami when I suddenly realize that their gazes are stuck on me. Do I look upset to you?
うん、ちょっと。兄さん、難しい顔をしてる。
I see. Actually, I'm not ill-tempered at all. It's just that I've been thinking about a couple things.
でも、怒ってないならよかった。
Well, the thing is, in fact, I should apologize for yesterday. It seems like I ruined the atmosphere back there.
私のために言ってくれて、とっても嬉しかったよ。ミオさん愛されてますね。愛って、そうなの、ユウくん。
Yeah, as a childhood friend. That corner me poking fun at me.
それで、怒ってないならどうしたの？
I was thinking about Jinpo.
まだアン先輩に対して怒ってるの？
Nah, that's not it. It's just that I don't really get her anymore. I recall the conversation I had with Saul yesterday. He said that her goal is to make me and Tsukushima smile, but...
何がわからないの？
You could say I'm in the middle of sorting that out right now.
そっか。
Anyhow, step it up a notch. We'll be late at this rate.
ユウくん待ってよ。と言いつつ、今日も振り返ります。
What'd you do? Get a move on!
いつも通りだね。はい。本当に怒ってないようです。それじゃミオさん、行きましょうか。コナミちゃん早いよ。
We finally arrive at school. Maybe it's because I'm talking to Mio and Konami on the way to school, but we always end up halting quite a bit along the way. Guess I'll have to be a bit more strict, should we really be in danger of running late someday. Oh yeah, hey Konami.
何？
Need to buy lunch at school today, right? Aoi handed me our lunch money.
お小遣いから出すのに。
Well, I'll just take it. We're still students, so there's nothing wrong with accepting your mom's affection, right?
兄さんがそう言うなら。じゃあ、そのまま兄さんが持ってて。
Me?
お昼は兄さんにおごってもらうから。
See, in that case, I'll come pick you up at lunch.
私から行く。兄さんが来るとクラスの女子が浮き足立つから。
Why?
兄さんはもっと賞金首の自覚を持たないと。
The wanted guy. I'm not wanted anymore. Besides, you had a wanted poster too, Konami.
言われてみればそうでした。
How could you have already forgotten something like that? Then I'll be waiting for you at lunch break.
よろしくね。
By the way, where did Mio go? Mio?
男の人に触っちゃったみたい？
Nothing can be done about it.
早く行ってあげよう。
Yeah. As I'm rebuking myself for the fact that I almost arrived late for school, I spot the familiar back of my friend.
ミオと浅場くん？
Oh, we're Yuri right now. It'd be nice if there was some kind of like indication whenever we're someone else. Good morning, Tsukushima.
おはよう。どうしたの、ミオ
？Looks like she accidentally slightly touched a guy.
ユーリちゃん、おはよう。挨拶はいいから、それより大丈夫？もう大丈夫だよ。あまり大丈夫そうな声じゃないけど。
Well, she has been smiling until now. Until just now. She'll be okay.
コナミちゃんとユウくんの会話が面白くて。そう。なら大丈夫ね。ユウくんとユーリちゃんには迷惑かけちゃって。ごめんね。迷惑じゃないっていつも言ってるでしょ。
What's more important, we need to get you to be able to bear something like that without crying.
頑張る。
Looking at these two, there are moments when I just suddenly feel out of place. Alright, Tsukushima. Now that you're here, can I ask you to take care of Mio?
大丈夫よ。
Okay, I'll leave her in your hands.
ユウくん行っちゃった。そっか。
As you gaze at Mio's face, I understand.
どうしたのかな、ユウくん。どうしたんだろうね。
He doesn't want to leave Mio alone when her eyes are still swollen from crying, but he himself can only stay by her side, unable to touch her. I think that's why he left the rest to me.
また？ またって何が？ゆうりちゃん、残念そうな顔してるよ。残念そう？ゆうくんともっと一緒にいたかった？違うわよ。
It isn't what that isn't what I've been thinking at all, but I suppose that's how it must have looked like to Mio.
ねえ、ミオ。
Wanting to convey the feelings that have been stuck in my chest since yesterday, I tell her.
昨日はごめんね。何のこと？生徒会のことよ。口うるさくしちゃったでしょ。そんなことないよ。だって、ゆうりちゃんはいつも正しいもん。
Mio says the exact same thing Konami and Asaba told me before, but I know it myself as well, the fact that rules alone can't solve anything. Aware or not aware of my feelings on that, Mio spins the words together whilst wearing a shy smile.
そんなゆうりちゃんだから、正直に言うね。
Be honest? About what?
私ね、ゆうくんに笑ってほしいの。笑って？ゆうくんがね、私に触っても大丈夫だよって言ってあげたいんだ。それならゆうくんも笑ってくれるでしょ？そうかもしれないわね。
No, I'm sure he would. After all, Asaba is that kind of person. Oops.
それが生徒会に入った理由なの。だから、ジンポウ先輩が昨日言ったことは本当なんだ。変な理由でごめんね。言ってくれれば協力したのに。でもね、ジンポウ先輩が立場は公平にって。
Sure doesn't
公
do
平
that.
って？ゆうりちゃんは先輩を怒るのが仕事だからって言ってたの。だから、そんな役回りをさせて申し訳ないなって。どうして私に直接言ってくれないの？味方されちゃったら公平な立場で見てくれる人がいなくなるから。
I wonder what kind of expression I'm making right now. Can't tell at all. Am I smiling? Am I relieved? Angry? Dumbfounded? But most likely...
そんなことは言われたら、もう怒るしかないじゃない。
I think I was wearing a wry smile.
会長、昨日のこと、気にしてるんすか？
え？
Oh, we're on all of a sudden. Quita suddenly calls out to me while I'm lost in thought.
なんかそういう感じに見えたんすけど。
全然気にしてなんかいないけど。それよりもういいから教室に戻って。朝からごめんね。
まあそういうことにしておきますか。じゃ、お疲れ様でした。
Leaving behind his unusual nonchalant parting words, Quita leaves the student council room.
私、そんなにわかりやすい顔してたかな。
I'm actually a bit shocked at the fact that he totally hit the mark.
平常通りのつもりなんだけど。
To make sure, just in case, I take out my hand mirror, which I always have with me, and look into it.
いつ見ても美人さんだね。
自分で言うな、愚か者。
ちょっと、いきなり出てこないでよ。
貴様の事情など知らん。それより、私に何か言うことがあるんじゃないか？
別にないけど。
She fell silent.
何か私に話してほしい話題があるってことかな。何？
Well, thinking what a troublesome girl she is, I addressed the person who is nowhere to be
な
seen.
ぜお前が私を慰めるみたいになっているんだ？こっちが話し相手になってやろうと思ったのに。
要するに、私の相談に乗ってくれるつもりってことでいいのかな？
最初からそう言っているだろ。
いやいや、別に言ってないし。
But, I see. Looks like I am now looks like as I am now, people can really see that I'm worrying about something after all.
そんなに悩むくらいなら、もうあの男に関わるのはやめにしたらどうだ。
うわぁ、相談に乗るとか言っておいて、何の解決にもなってないし。
だいたい、お前には他にやることがあるだろう。
わかってるって、そっちもちゃんとやるから。
ちゃんとやっているようには見えないのだがな。
明日から本気出す。
貴様というやつは。
Thus I ignore the lecture she kicks off. It could very well be the case that Yuri is quite similar to her. Could that be the reason why I simply can't leave Yuri alone? As for Yuma...
そもそも、お前はなぜそこまであの男にこだわる？
だって、約束したからね。
あんなのはもう時効だ。
あなたも知ってるでしょ？私はね、一度決めたことは貫く主義なの。
そう。だったな。
私は、約束を守るよ。
そう。だったな。だが、
That's right. A promise I made long
あ
ago.
の子には、幸せに笑っていてもらう。それを見守るのが、私の役目だからね。
Still, it was a shock that he got that angry. That's just all the more reason I have to do it.
私は諦めないよ、ゆうまくん。
何を言っても聞いてはくれないか。
Seeing that I've regained my high spirits, the mysterious voice, seemingly speechless, heaves a deep sigh. After school, as usual, I've paid the infirmary a visit, with a certain worry weighing on my mind.
変？
Yeah, a little bit.
お前の頭のことか？
Right back at you. Because I was wrong in consulting her after all. But the only adults close to me are Aoi and this person here after all.
で、何が変だって？
Some of the people I know told me that they want to make me smile.
笑ってやったらいい。
You know what it looks like when I try to intentionally smile, don't you?
ああ、とても気持ち悪くて、いい笑顔だと思うぞ。悪い意味で笑える。
That reminds me, you were the first one to point it out, setting the ball rolling. An unpleasant memory just resurfaced.
で、笑ってやらないのか？
I tried to, but, well...
気持ち悪がられたか。
Apparently, but they don't say it as bluntly as you do.
そうか。それはたちが悪いな。気持ち悪いなら悪いと言ってやった方が本人のためだ。
The fundamental trait of Japanese people is humility, you know? But I guess there's no point in saying that to a person who isn't the least bit humble. Say, do I look that unhappy to you? Honestly, God, I'm really disappointed that there's no route for now. Because, like, my theory is still that she actually had a crush on Yuma's dad as well, but she kind of gave up and basically let Aoi have him, since she knew that she didn't really have a chance. And like it could have been gone, like this could have made for like an extremely interesting route where basically she gets, where we find out that basically the reason why she cares for him, like because she does seemingly actually care for him. Like the reason why she, basically why she keeps him around a lot is that she really reminds her of his dad. And there's this whole struggle where they actively, where she actively has to try to, like, just cut that, like, mental link she has between him and his dad. That could have been actually really interesting, but no.
お前は突然何を言っているんだ?
Well, if people tell you to smile, it means you usually don't smile, right? Taking that to the extreme, I wonder if people think of me as unhappy. I don't consider myself unhappy. I'm happy enough with my current life as is. It's just that I'm sort of bad, or rather really bad at smiling. That alone doesn't make me suffer for any sort of unhappiness, but maybe the people around me see it differently.
なあ、ユーマ。ちょっと真面目な話をしていいか?
would be an overstatement to say it's awfully unusual for her, but she straightens her back and turns to directly face me. Following her example, I also straighten my back. Yeah, I don't mind.
私はな、お前を不幸だと思ったことはない。
I don't consider myself unhappy either.
だがな、お前が心の底から幸せだとも思ってはいない。
What?
幸せじゃないと言っているんだよ。いいか、ユーマ。お前は笑えないわけじゃない。ただ、笑うことが極端に少ない。それだけだ。
Extremely rare?
さっき、お前は言ったよな。笑わないことで、周りから不幸だと思われているんじゃないかって。
Yeah, I did.
なら、お前が笑っていたら、どうなると思う？
If I smile?
もっと簡単に言ってやろう。そうだな。葵の笑顔は好きか？
Yeah, I do.
あいつの笑顔を見ていると、どうだ？葵じゃなくてもいい。コナミの笑顔を見て、どう感じる？
Makes me happy. Not only when it's Aoi and Konami. When I see everyone smile, I become really cheerful. That isn't limited to the people I'm close to. Same goes for the smiles of the students who received counseling from me.
そうだな。だから、簡単な話だ。お前の笑顔を見て、周りも幸せになりたいんだよ。
People around me too? By seeing my smile? That's something I ought to believe. Even if I made a happy smile, why would anyone...
ユーマ、息子が笑っていて、幸せな気持ちにならない母親がいると思うか？そしてそれは、何も親子に限った話じゃない。自分を大切に思ってくれている人間が、お前の周りには何人もいるだろう。もちろん、私だってそうだぞ。
Are you serious?
ああ。さっき言っただろ？お前の引きつった笑顔を見ると、最高に笑える。
Really no. Drop my shoulders while heaving a sigh. But understand that it's her way of admonishing me. It's actually rather moving.
ユーマはよくやっていると思う。
Doing great? At what exactly?
葵に心配をかけまいと頑張っているし、私の言いつけ通りに仕事もこなしてくれてるだろ？
Well, it's work after all.
そう。仕方ないとか、自分のためとか言い訳しながら、お前は、私や葵のために頑張っている。
That's not...
あるだろ？最初から分かってるんだ。隠す必要などない。葵のことはともかく、私のこと。お前の親父さんのことなら、もういい。忘れろ。
Forget about the past. How could I?
葵も、お前の周りの人間もな、ユーマを間違った方向へ進ませたくないんだ。
What exactly is that wrong direction?
幸せに笑えないことだよ。
How was it in all the years I've spent until now? Listening to what she told me made me realize that my happiness is being supported by other people's smiles. And what about me? Did I support anyone? Did my clumsy smile make anyone happy? It's vexing, but I'm unable to answer that question. Then what should I do? What do you think I should do to smile happily?
シールか。脇でもくすぐってもらえ。
That's something entirely different, though.
なら、好きなことでもやってみろ。
Something I like.
わかってるだろ？自分が心の底からやりたいことだ。
One bone of my heart.
何かあるだろう。ほれ、例えば美人養護教諭と一発やってみたいとか。
Not in the least.
こんな美人を捕まえて失礼なやつだな。
No one was talking about you, though.
なんだ？私の体には興味あるのか？ん？
Not in the least.
失礼なやつめ。
I don't understand this man. I do not understand this man. Like he's the most unrelatable fucking protagonist I've ever seen. He looks at that and doesn't think I want to bang that.
なんだっていいんだ。葵を心配させるくらい大いに悩め。
Could I? It's wrong to worry her.
いいんだよ。悩みも苦しみも、それが人を幸せにするための魔法の薬になる。それにな、大人が子供を心配するのは、それが幸せにつながるからするんだ。
Worries lead to happiness. What's that supposed to mean? Isn't it kind of a stretch to say that worrying is happiness? As I ponder about that, the adult in front of me says,
恋の一つでもしてみたらどうだ?
Love you, Sai. Since she says something similar to a certain love story I know, before I know it, I find myself about to make a disapproving expression. But
恋にうつつを抜かしているうちに、いずれ心の底からやりたいことができるかもな。
turns out the only route where he actually enters the PMC is the one where he doesn't end up with anyone. And it'd be kind of fitting, since the whole reason why she asked him to join is, yes, he doesn't believe in love. So in a way, that'd be kind of funny. Anyways, for some reason, words are we're extremely persuasive. On my way home, I've been thinking about the conversation at the infirmary, and before I knew it, my feet had taken me here. Probably because I wanted to spill out all these feelings that I have piled up inside me. Say, as I try to talk to her, to that person who I don't believe is truly here. Is my way of life somehow wrong? With a hiss, a gust of wind blows. Think of it as that person's. And a Reaper girl's answer and continue. I want to live my life to its fullest for the sake of this life which I've been granted. But am I really living my life to its fullest right now? Hey, tell me. That question I don't address her but myself. Lay my hand over my heart and ask while confirming the beating of my heart. Are you happy? Throb. My heart pounds against my chest. Think of it as an answer and continue again. You who has become my life, are you satisfied? Throb, my heart pounds again. I'm sure that to anyone who saw me, it would seem like I was doing something awfully weird. You'll love a shot. Huh. Until now, I've lived my life while diverting my eyes from love. That's because I'm Konami's brother and the only man in our family. I have to support my family. My personal desires are secondary. That's what I've been thinking, but on the contrary to that, the nurse told me to do what I myself desire to do. And also that my smile would make others happy. What's the right thing for me to do? I guess I'll go home. The moment I shortly mutter that, while mixing a sigh in, a notably strong gust of wind blows. The cherry blossom petals dance in the wind as if to wrap me, whirling high into the sky. And after shutting my eyes for a brief moment, I spot Tina sitting on a tree, just like yesterday.
見つかってしまいました。
This is bad, the fact that she's been here the whole time.
ユーマさん、誰と話していたんですか?
Forget what you just witnessed. I notice my face turning red naturally.
でも、
She pauses for a moment.
気になります。
She lands right in front of me. That really doesn't matter, seriously, just spare me. As she peers into my face, I divert my eyes as if to run away.
もしかして、幽霊さんですか? だとしたら、私、とっても怖いです。
It wasn't. What are you saying in spite of being something like a ghost yourself?
幽霊ではなくて、妖精です。違うなら、何ですか?
Well, everyone has the sentimental moments, you know. But it's awfully embarrassing if someone else happens to bear witness to such moments.
感傷的ですか? つまるところ、ユーマ様は何かでお悩みのようですね。
Damn you, Kotaro, no one asked you to tell her that.
何を悩んでいましたか?
Nothing serious, just something I had to think
で
about.
は、何を考えていましたか?
Seems I won't be able to dodge the question.
私には 言えない。
And worrying, anxious, unrelentingly direct gaze of hers concerns me. Alright.
ユーマさん。
Well then, will you listen and tell me what you think about it, Tina?
はい。
When I act as if I reluctantly gave in, I'm actually really grateful to her. Can't tell whether she sees through that or not, but she displays a happy smile. I think I've told you something similar before. Looking back, it kind of seems like I just keep spinning in circles. I can't smile properly, no matter what.
気持ち悪い笑顔のことですか?
Disgusting, she said. I'd be thankful if you expressed yourself in a slightly more subtle way.
オブラート? もっと優しく言ってくださいませ。
Your phrases like that, it almost seems like I've said something extremely pitiful.
プンプン笑顔のことですか?
Well, basically.
私にかかればこんなものです。えへん。
It's nothing to be proud of, really. Maybe I was wrong to consult with her after all.
でも、ユーマさん。
What is it? Suddenly realizes that Tina is wearing a rather serious expression as she asks me.
どうして笑いたいんですか?
If I smile, the people around me will supposedly also smile.
みんなを笑わせたいのですか?
If I can, yeah.
それは、どうしてですか?
Well, because I don't want to see sad faces. But is that really the only reason? Just like earlier, I placed my hand over my chest as I answered. Maybe it's for my own sake, also for the sake of the person who entrusted me with this life. What the heck am I saying? None, but I can understand that. It'll only make me look like a total goof.
ユーマさん。
However, for some reason, Tina closes in on me.
光一さんを託してくれた人とは、どんな人なんですか?
Well, that's not really a question I can answer easily.
その人のお顔は、身長は、見た目は。
Sorry, I don't really remember.
そうですか。
Is there someone who comes to your mind?
いえ、それは、
There, what?
ありません。
She quite evidently knows something. Maybe things between the Reapers they can't talk about to outsiders. Anyway, I made a promise with that person. While I lightly pressed my hand onto my chest, I muttered words of cryptic meaning.
約束ですか?
To make everyone smile. That's why I'm basically spilling out the nonsense, and yet
上手に笑いたいんですね。
for some reason, Tina smiles happily at me. Ew.
ユーマさんは、やっぱり。
William, what?
いいえ、なんでもないです。
First you make me talk about such embarrassing things, and now you're keeping secrets to yourself.
女の子には秘密がいっぱいです。
Just where do you get these phrases from?
それはそうと、ユーマさん。
What is it?
お腹が空いたので帰りましょう。
At her words, faster than I could think, a strong wave of exhaustion washes over me.
お腹ペコペコだと、私は笑えないです。
What the fuck is that? What about those Sicilian girls? Oh yeah, that is done. Nice. I gotcha. And as I'm about to set off for home, Tina suddenly holds out her hand. Hold on. Just delete that. And as I'm about to set off for home, Tina suddenly holds out her hand. What's with that hand?
手をつないで帰りましょう。ダメですか?
Tina stares at me with upturned eyes. Boy, what shall I do with you? Muttering that, I gently take her hand. Well, if she shows me such a smile in exchange, I guess I don't have any reason to complain.
確かに、私も。私も、ユーマさんが笑ってくれたら、嬉しいです。
I see. Man, seriously. What should I do to What should I do to become able to smile? And so I return home together with Tina.
おかえりなさい、ゆうまくん。
Aoi, who has come to greet us, suddenly falters with her words at the end. What's the matter?
どうしても何も、どうしてティナちゃんと手をつないでるの？
I see. Hey Tina, that's enough, right?
振りほどかれてしまいました。
Well, that's because there's no need to hold hands at home.
でしたら代わりに、ピト。
I don't really get why, but she embraces my arm and clings to me. What's with her? She's clingier today than usual.
まさか。
And the trembling Aoi witnesses all of that.
いつの間に、二人はそういう関係に。
It would seem that she has some grave
テ
misunderstanding.
ィナちゃん可愛いからわからなくはないけれど、でもそれはさすがにおまわりさんが来ちゃうよ。
I haven't done anything that could warrant an arrest, though.
だって二人とも帰りが遅い上に手をつないで帰ってくるから。
I'm sorry for coming home so late. The truth is,
アニメの再放送が始まる時間です。
Tina quickly lets go of me and takes position in front of the TV. I swear that girl not even giving Aoi the time of day in this situation.
ゆうまくん、少しお話ししましょうか。
I wonder how much time it'll take me to solve this misunderstanding.
つまり、ティナちゃんに悩み相談をした後、お礼に手をつないでお散歩しながら帰ってきたと？
Yeah, since that neat shut-in suddenly suggested that, I had her save some outdoor air for a while.
そっか。なら、よかった。
Good, as someone managed to solve the
遅く
misunderstanding.
なったのは許してあげるから、今度は私とも手をつないでお散歩しようね。
Yeah, if you get a chance. Response to always smile, I automatically reply like that. But actually, it's kind of obscure whether it's okay to do that, even if we get the chance.
それより、悩み相談ってどうしたの？
That's, now to think about it again, I feel a tinge of humiliation regarding the fact that I consulted with Tina.
ほら、ゆうまくん。悩んでることは何でもお母さんに相談して。
You will?
あ、頼りにならないって顔してる。
No, that's not the case, but,
私じゃダメかな。
She says that with such a face, there's no way I could refuse to talk about it. However, it's also equally true that I'm hesitating. To be honest, it's pretty embarrassing to talk about it with someone from my family, and above all, might end up causing her to worry. It's nothing that significant, really. Are you still willing to listen?
うん。だってお母さんだもの。
But it'll only cause her needless worry. But I'll only cause her needless worry if I don't tell her. That's why I ultimately ask her the same question I asked at the infirmary. Do I seem unhappy to you?
ゆうまくん不幸なの？私が本当のお母さんじゃないから。
No, that's not it. Seems that others don't see me smile at all.
そうなの？
Yes, I wondered if others consider me unhappy.
私はそんなことないと思うんだけど。
I don't consider myself unhappy either. Instead, I think I'm rather happy. My friends are telling me that I should smile.
ゆうまくんに？
Yeah.
それは、
Because when I smile deliberately, it's disgusting.
そんなことは。
You can be honest with me.
えへへ。
So it's really just like Konami told me. Aoi knows that my smile sucks.
意識していないゆうまくんは、もっと可愛く笑うんだけどな。
Also, something that I randomly just feel like talking about. There's just a random painting of a whale above my screen. Like, I don't remember since when it has been there, but it's basically been here ever since I set up this computer. There's like a Titanic clock over there. There's like a bamboo back here, a chameleon back there. I mean, you can literally see the chameleon. I suppose you can't quite. Bad jokes, anyways. Cute, you say? As I recall my own appearance in the mirror, I wonder what this cute is supposed to mean when applied to me. I guess always just the only one who would assess a guy like me as cute. Then is there some kind of knack to make me nice and make a nice and cute smile? I wonder how she'll reply.
無理に笑わないことかな?
Force? Do I look like I'm forcing myself to smile?
引きつってると思う.
What she says is there are several instances of it that comes to mind. It's true that I tried to force a smile when I was told to smile. I see. And that in turn ends up looking strained in addition to being disgusting, huh?
でも、引きつった顔も可愛いよ.
It's fine, you don't have to comfort me. Other people have already told me that it was disgusting and strained.
誰がそんなこと言うの?
In response to her question, several individuals come to mind, but I decide to pick the one who pointed it out first as their representative. Primarily Sawada.
なおちゃんが?
Yeah, she said it's disgusting to look at my face and laughed at me.
なおちゃんにもちゃんと考えがあると思うよ.
Well, it's fine. She listened to me and gave me some words of advice after all.
そうなんだ.
Oh, he looks slightly disappointed. Makes me rather happy when I assume that this might be jealousy towards her.
それで、なおちゃんはなんて?
Let's see, there are quite a lot of things she said, but it all boils down to just a few concluding words.
何何?
She said I should give love a shot. Upon hearing my words, Aoi instantly freezes. Aoi?
パタリ.
She's dead. Aoi! Seems my mom isn't the person who can become happy through worries like that nurse said.
ごめんね、つい取り乱して.
You didn't lose your composure, you lost your fucking consciousness! I know that's perfectly alright as long as you're okay.
それより、ゆうまくん.
Yeah, what is it?
誰とお付き合いするの?
Rather than who there.
お母さんね、誰が相手でも毎日涙を飲んで耐えるから。だから教えて!
No, it's only something Sawada told me. I haven't even decided whether I wanted to fall in love or not.
Huh?
To begin with, even if I wanted to, I'd have to look for a partner first. As I convey my feelings to her, she freezes with her mouth wide open. Wave my hand in front of Aoi's face. What's the matter? Thank God, it looks like she returned to her normal state.
じゃあ、ゆうまくんにはまだ好きな人はいないの?
Yeah, that's right.
じゃあ、まずは好きな人から探すの?
Well, that'd be the first step if I wanted to fall in love. Aoi?
ゆうまくんってば、おかしいね。
I'm weird?
だって、恋をするって決めてから好きな人を決めるの?
As she points that out, I come to a realization. That's not how it usually works.
変なの?
Seems that really tickled her fancy as Aoi continues to laugh on and on. Right, you usually just fall in love with someone naturally without deciding anything beforehand. You could even search for a person to love because she decided... You could even say searching for a person to love because one decides to fall in love is basically like putting the cart before the horse.
なおちゃんの言ったこと、少し分かったかも。
With their laughing fit finally over, Aoi murmurs that. Aoi?
ねえ、ゆうまくん。お母さんとして、ゆうまくんの恋は応援してあげたいの。
Okay.
でもね、恋をしたくて好きな人を作っちゃダメ。本当に好きになった人と恋をしてほしいの。
Isn't the result still the same?
全然違うよ。
That sure has some power behind it. The usual warm, snuggly air basically disappears as she strongly opposes my words.
ちゃんと家庭があって、 その結果が恋につながるの。
If you fall in love for the
し
sake
た
of
くて
falling
す
in
るもの
love,
じゃないんだよ。
like if you fall in love naturally, it's less likely for you to fall out of love. If you fall in love for the sake of falling in love, it's more of it's basically just a shallow relationship, and it is highly likely that you'll just fall out of love soon. That's so.
そういうものです。
I don't really get it, but if Aoi was together with that says so, it's gotta be true, I guess.
それにね、ゆうまくん。
Yeah.
好きな人になら、ゆうまくんも多分、素敵な笑顔を自然に向けられると思うよ。
I would?
うん。恋をするとね、とっても幸せになるんだから。
Honestly, I just feel like every time, like the realization that he likes someone is always just gonna be him like genuinely smiling, and everyone being surprised, and the other person being surprised, like, hey, fuck. He's like, what? She looks at a mirror. Oh, so that's what it is. I see it clearly. Why that nurse told me to give love a shot in order to smile. Why Aoi can relate to that.
でもね、ちょっと嬉しかった。
What exactly?
ゆうまくんが、ちゃんと年相応の悩みを持っていてくれて。
I'm also just a normal adolescent guy.
うん。そうかもね。
She makes a slightly lonesome smile. To her, that was probably been a cause of worry.
ゆうまくんもこなみちゃんも、私とか周りのことばっかりだから。
It's not the way it is.
あるんです。だから、自分のことに目を向けてくれて、とっても嬉しい。
Sorry for worrying you.
謝ることじゃないよ。
But,
お母さんが子供のことを心配するのは、当然でしょ。
I see. Worries and hardships are magical medicine that lead to people becoming happy. This right now is most likely what that statement is talking about.
でもね。
What is it?
もし振られちゃったら、いつでもお母さんの胸に飛び込んできていいからね。
I'll keep it in mind.
いつでも待ってるからね。
Aoi's face that wears a tender smile looks very gentle. Seeing that expression, I can't help but think that this person really is my mom, regardless of whether we're related by blood or not. Love, huh? Even if it's to fix the sour look of mine, when I consider the feelings of the girl who would go out with me, I feel sorry for her. Also, if the purpose was to fix my smile, it would be rude to my partner, just like I always said. What do you think? Place my hand on my chest and speak. Next to you, no one had to grieve because of me. So no matter what I do, I think it's a debt I can never fully repay. For both our sakes, I want to do all that I can, not leaving anything untried. That thought suddenly crosses my mind that night. Next morning, after waking up, I leave my room while brimming with motivation. Well, then I should go wake one of me up first of all. Alright! This morning is the same as ever, yet completely different.
ゆうくん、おはよう。
Morning, Mio.
こなみちゃんは、ハグハグ中？
Yeah, she should come out any moment now.
ゆうくんもこなみちゃんも、愛されてるよね。
I guess so. Always love is a form of family affection. Since we're living together, it's quite easy to grasp that. And what exactly is affection in regards to the opposite sex? As I ruminate on that, I start to feel like I'm understanding love even less than before. Say, Mio.
何？
Don't you fucking say it. Don't you fucking say it. Let's suppose you had someone you loved. Okay, good. I was scared that he was just straight up gonna say, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me! It's just a what-if question. No need to get so flustered. What would you do to raise your affection towards each other?
愛情。
Is that too difficult?
ねえねえ、ゆうくん。私、彼氏さんにどうやって触ったらいいんだろう。
True enough, now that she mentions it, there's something else Miu has to conquer before that. Sorry, fixing that comes first, right?
私役立たず。
It doesn't have to be you, just imagine someone else. Does anything come to mind?
ね。
No BL stuff, okay?
わかってるよ。そうだな。全然わかんないよ。
That's alright, sorry for having asked you something strange. I suppose this subject is a little too difficult for you after all.
でも、突然どうしたの？
That's just something I've been thinking about.
思うところ？
I've been thinking that maybe I'd be able to smile if I fell in love with someone.
ゆうくん。
Ah, damn, what did I just say? It's nothing, forget what I said.
忘れられないかも。
Spare me.
なるほど。それで朝から甘酸っぱい会話を繰り広げていたわけですか。
I wouldn't really say bittersweet.
ゆうくんなんだか可愛いかも。
Gah! Must have been a mistake to ask Miu after all.
それで、兄さんは彼女が欲しいの？
Well, considering my goal, getting a girlfriend might help, but to be precise, I only want to learn how to smile.
だから彼女である必要はないと。
That's right, but I always said that the process was important, so I'm mulling a couple of things over at the moment.
私を愛したらわかるかもしれないよ。
Actually, I think I'm loving you more than enough already.
兄さん、こんな朝から近親相関宣言。
Not just force the conversation to go into a weird direction.
コナミちゃんとユウくんが？いえ、ミオさんも一緒です。
Oh yeah, threesome. Wait, what?
3人でなんて。
Calm down, Miu and you, Konami. Don't stir her up.
ついミオさんも仲間に入れちゃった。へへ。
A tehe without any intonation doesn't really serve its purpose. There's literally no point in consulting with you guys. I feel like these two aren't very suited for this subject. Maybe it's because they happen to be so extremely close to me.
兄さん、
What is it?
見つかるといいね。
Yeah. After arriving at school and partying with the two girls, I walked through the hallway to pursue some minor business. And before long, the two well-acquainted sisters entered my field of vision. Yo, you two, morning!
あ、おはよう、浅葉くん。ちょっと、気安く私に声をかけるんじゃないわよ。
As contrastive as ever.
別に挨拶くらい普通でしょ？何を怒ってるのよ。うっさいわね。私はこんな馬の骨に話しかけられるほど安くなった覚えはないわ。
Well, sorry about that.
美少女すぎる私をナンパしたいのはわかるけど、浅場ユーマなんかじゃ会話も無理ね。ふふん。
Tsukishima, do you have a moment?
無視すんな！それで浅場くん、話って何？
About the PMC. I still haven't given you an answer, right?
考えてくれたんだ。これからはこのポートレートアサシンを見かけたらまず一番に敬いなさい。そして妹を見かけたら姉が
And like, calm down, Hanako. Sorry that I kept you waiting for so long.
ちょっと私の話を軽く聞き流さないでくれる？
So as always, Hanako is flowing with energy right from the morning. Sorry, I'm talking to Tsukishima right now. I'll play with you later, so be patient for a while.
ごめんね、花。それで、浅葉くん、
Tsukishima urges me to go on with a rather nervous expression. Well, I suppose it's normal to feel anxious. He's the one who invited me. Well, you know, some time ago you told me, right?
何のこと？
That I should try to smile.
うん。それがどうしたの？
Think I'll put some effort into it.
笑ってみるの？
Yeah. In response to my words, she tilts her head to the side in puzzlement. I guess for anyone else but me, there's no immediate connection between that and her invitation, but inside my mind there's a clear relation. I want to search for the person who can make me smile.
笑顔にしてくれる人って？
In short, that means... Damn, it's actually pretty embarrassing to explain it on the spot. Sorry, I'll explain it to you later, so,
無理ってこと？
Sorry. She probably got my drift and just said herself what was kind of hard for me to say.
そっか。はあ？何それ？わけわかんないんですけど。
Well, just as I said, I'll explain it later to Tsukushima.
笑いたいなら脇腹をくすぐってあげるわよ。
Nah, that's not what I meant.
じゃあどういう意味よ。花、大丈夫だから。何が大丈夫なのよ。あんた今の説明で納得できるっていうの？それは私は納得できないわ。お断りするならするではっきり言いなさいよ。バカにしてんのあんた。
Getting angry for Tsukushima like this, Hadako really looks like her older sister. For some reason I feel a little bit happy even though I'm getting shouted at.
花、いいの。だから何がいいのよ。だって。浅葉くん、見せてあげて。
Okay, take a good look, Hanako. And so I show Hanako the severely criticized special smile of mine. Pure shock.
ね。浅葉くんはこんな笑い方しかできないの。きしょい顔だけど。いや、これはスクープだわ。浅葉ユーマの衝撃的表情の瞬間よ。
Like she brings up her camera and just of the moment she has him in the fucking reticle, the smile is just gone.
学園新聞の一面はこいつで決まりね。
Don't settle for that. After partying with the Tsukushima sisters, I dropped by the student council room. But because of what happened the other day, it's a bit hard to go in.
あ、ユーマくん、来てくれたんだ。
Well, yeah. I was an idiot to have wasted even a second worrying.
それで、生徒会に入る気になったの？
Unfortunately, that's not the reason I came here.
なんで？
Well, like I said, I have a different reason for being here today.
そんな急がなくてもいいよ。ゆっくりお話ししよ
I'll pass on that, it's a simple matter after all.
う。もう、せっかちだな。で、どうしたの？
It's about the day before yesterday.
おとといって、あのこと？何？まだ私のこと叱り足りないの？
Nah, that's not it. I wanted to apologize, so, I'm sorry. Senpai, what did I say to make her give me that sullen look?
ユーマくんは、間違ったことを言ったと思ってるの？
Well,
思ってないでしょ？
right, it's just that I went a bit too far.
じゃあ謝っちゃダメ。私が反省しなくなっちゃうよ。
Whoops, fuck.
いいの。
But I didn't
生
mean
徒
to
会長
hurt.
がじゃあ思ってないでしょ？
Say that. That one's faster. But I didn't mean to hurt you.
いいの。生徒会長が間違ったことを言ったなら、生徒がそれを糾弾するのは当たり前だもの。
I thought that she should say that to Tsukushima rather than me. The thought that she should say that to Tsukushima rather than me suddenly comes to mind. But, well, since she's even saying it to me, I suppose she also said it to Tsukushima before.
だから、ユーマくんは気にしないでいいんだよ。
Okay, if you say so, that's fine by me.
あ、ごめん。やっぱり気になって。罪滅ぼしに生徒会に入るなら歓迎するから。
You sound just like some evil saleswoman.
今契約すれば、漏れなく美人生徒会長がついてきちゃうけど、どう？
You're calling yourself a beauty?
いろいろサービスするよ。
I'll pass.
なんで？
I already told you before I have to help out at the infirmary, so I don't think it's possible for me to join.
沢田先生の手伝いか？
Senpai, looks like Jinpo's pondering something. But before long, she raises her head and throws a question at me.
ねえ、ゆうまくん。仮に、なんだけど、沢田先生が手伝いはいらないって言ったらどうするの？
He just sits there, just stand there. depression. If she doesn't need my help. Huh. Seeing how lazy she is regarding work, I think that's more or less impossible. Although it's also true that she's cutting corners precisely because I'm helping her out. Still, I'm supposing she really did tell me that. That time, I would tell her, got it, with a smile on my face.
あの気持ち悪い笑顔で。
I plan on being able to smile normally eventually.
私も協力するもんね。
Sure, which reminds me, you already said that you wanted to make me smile the other day.
うん。コナタンもミオちゃんも、ユウマくんの笑顔は素敵だって言ってるから、早く見せてね。
Seems that becomes stiff if I try to smile if I try to intentionally smile.
あ、生徒会の活動内容増やす？笑顔作りって入れるよ。
As I said, I won't join.
私含めて4人も手伝ってくれるんだよ。
And all of you are better at smiling than me, so no thank you.
底辺からのスタートの方が燃えると思うんだけどな。
Well, it won't really help me if you get fired up by that, though. Besides, getting fired up wouldn't get me anywhere in the first place.
といけない。もうすぐ朝のホームルーム始まっちゃうね。
Alright, sorry, I'll be leaving then.
生徒会はいつでも大歓迎だから、また笑顔を見せに来てね。
Sure, that is if you're also fine with the disgusting one.
楽しみにしてる。
While you're gazing at Senpai's wonderful smile, I leave the student council room behind me. Wonder if the people around me will also smile if I manage to make such a great smile like her. While thinking about that, I make my way towards the classroom.
これでよし。頑張ってるね、ユーリ。ジンポウ先輩？それ、風紀委員の月間指標ポスター？はい。こんな授業の合間の休み時間にまで大変だな。仕方ありません。生徒会と違って風紀委員会は人手が足りませんから。痛いとこをつくな。勝手に4人にしちゃったしね。すみません。別に嫌味を言うつもりは。そうやってはっきり言ってくれないとわからないし。それに私は、ユーリのそういうところが大好きなんだ。何をいきなり。嫌いな先輩から言われても嫌だろうけど。そんな。私、先輩を嫌ってなんていないですよ。ほんと？私嫌われてない？はい。その逆ですから。逆ってことは、もしかして、ジンポウ先輩ってすごいなって、憧れてます。ほんと？もう、やだ、ユーリってばかわいい！お持ち帰りしたい！
I agree.
嫌ですよ！というか、ひっつかないでください！
Sorry that I'm talking so little this part. It's just that I literally only went to bed at 6 a.m. last night because fucking chest pain was keeping me awake and I was slowly but surely going insane over the course of the night. Ah!
ほら、大好きな先輩だよ。チューしちゃうよ、チュー。嫌ですってば、もう、ユーリってば恥ずかしがり屋さんなんだから。でも、先輩のそういうところが。いえ、そういうところが、ミオやコナミさんを引きつけたんだろうなって。私は、二人とも取引に応じてくれただけだと思ってるよ。多分二人とも、計算だけで応じるほど安い子たちじゃないですよ。そっか。でも有利に言われると自信出るかも。出してください。それに、私では二人を助けられませんでしたし。誰か助けたい人でもいるの？ なんだかそんな風に聞こえちゃった。有利ならできると思うよ。私には、無理です。どうして？いろいろと、そう思うことがあって。思っただけ？行動してないの？そんな、行動に移すなんて。行動しないと、無理かどうかはわからないよ。ちなみに、ね、ユリ。はい、何ですか？メンバー募集中なんだけど、生徒会。まさか。うちと協力しない？何を言ってるんですか？そんなの、無理に決まってます。まあまあ、聞いてユーリ。生徒会の掲げる目標なんだけど。どう？やる気になった？知りません。でき
Oh no. I'm getting ready to go home. As I'm getting ready to go home, I hear a terribly spirited shout from the hallway. Is that Hanako? I don't know what it is she's done, but she's sure as lively as ever. Well then! That's when I get up from my chair to go home. The door of the classroom is thrust open with great force.
見つけたわよ、浅場優
What do you want?
そんなクールを気取っていられるのも今のうちだけや。
As far as I know, I'm not putting on a false front or anything. Besides, compared to Hanako, basically everyone comes off as unruffled.
何でもいいからこれを見てみなさい。
Accompanied by a makeshift sound effect, Hanako shows me a sheet of paper. It's a school newspaper. The newspaper club always distributes in the hallway. Yeah. Only this time there's a giant picture of what is supposedly my face on the front page. I see you haven't learned your lesson, Hanako.
今回はれっきとした新聞部の活動なんだからいいでしょ。つが花子言うな。
It's true that there are often pictures of students in the school paper. But that usually requires the permission of the student in question. Needless to say, I don't remember ever giving her mine.
どうよ、この気持ち悪い顔。
I don't really know what to say, actually. I gaze at this strange picture. The girls in my class who haven't left yet peek at the paper from the sides.
何これ何これ、浅場くんの変顔。これは貴重だよね。写真撮っとこ。ちょっと、あんたたち
I have no idea why, but it seems to be going down well with them.
そんな、どうして？
Don't ask me, I'm as clueless as you are.
あんたのきっしょい顔よ。これがなんでもと生やされるの？
How should I know? But, well, I see now that. So that's how my smile looks, huh? Looking at it objectively, I can say that it's no wonder people consider my smile disgusting. Huh? Because my eyes is another article on the same page. Supplementary notification regarding the Student Council's field of activities. Don't tell me she pulled some weird stunt again. From today onward, the Student Council will also be in charge of the PMC's responsibilities. What?
浅場優馬の人気を落とせると思ったのに、とんだ誤算だわ。
Hey, Hanako.
何よ。っていうか、花子って言うんじゃないわよ。
What's the meaning of this article here? While asking that, I point towards the corresponding section of the paper.
ああ、それ、私が知るわけないでしょうが。
You're the one who wrote it.
あのブスが何をしようと、私の知ったこっちゃないって言ってんのよ。
What was that? Closely inspecting the article one more time, I noticed a familiar name being listed as a new member.
あんなブス妹のことなんてどうだっていいわよ。それより、あんたの評判を落とす方が。
Sorry, something urgent came up.
こら、人の話は最後まで聞きなさいよ。
I pretend that I don't hear her and leave the noisy classroom behind me. I guess I should hurry. Quick my pace as I catch sight of the already setting sun. Tsukishima! After having run around for a while, I finally spot her back and call out to her.
浅場くん
Could have finally found you.
私を探してたの？
Oh, yeah, there's something I want to ask you.
聞きたいこと？
Did you join the student council?
もう知ってるの？
Just now, Hanako showed me the latest issue of the school paper, and there was an article about it.
ああ、そっか。誰かが話したわけじゃなかったのね。
Sorry, did you still want to keep it a secret?
秘密ってわけじゃないけど。
Tsukushima appears to be strangely shy. Could it be the PMC's shorthandedness? Was this serious?
どうして？
You refused your offer to join, right? So I figured that maybe Senpai held out a helping hand to you because of that.
助けてはもらったんだけど。
All the while fidgeting around, Tsukushima answers falteringly. It's that president we're talking about here, after all, so it wouldn't surprise me if she dragged Tsukushima into something weird. But I guess you could also say it's a positive development for Tsukushima. However, now that you're working with our president, that means that you too might do something unreasonable before long.
そうかもね。
And should that ever happen, I'll correct your mistakes, just like I promised.
ちゃんとしてね、お説教。
Yeah, I promise.
浅場くんにも神保先輩にもかなわないな。
No match? What do you mean?
乙女の秘密です。
Tsukushima dodges my question while wearing a smile on her face. Not only does her expression seem even more tender than usual, it also has a charm that I haven't seen in her smile before.
ねえ、浅場くん。私、一番になりたいかも。
The number one at what?
それも内緒。
Girls are full of secrets, it seems. What is it that I felt right now when I saw her smile? Relief that she's alright after I declined her offer to join the PMC? Or did I find peace of mind because she actually vows to promise I made with her? But Tsukushima informs me that the fact that neither of the possibilities I can think of are correct.
浅場くん、その顔。
Huh? My face? I touched my face, but it doesn't seem like there's anything sticking onto it.
その、とってもいい笑顔だったから。
Smile? I did? See. It was thanks to you then.
私？
I remember what Mio told me recently. When people around you smile, you make a wonderful smile. It seemed that really is... It would seem like that is really the truth.
じゃあもしかして。
You're... What exactly?
朝に言ってた、その、私が浅場くんを笑顔にさせられる人なのかなって。
I already decided that I would go for on first. That, I guess that might be the case.
本当に？
Well, the same goes for Konami, Mio, and Asuba, so I can't really tell whether you're the one I'm looking for. Tsukushima's eyes go wide in surprise.
なんだ、私だけじゃないんだ。
Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ, I just rammed my fingernails right into my chest. Oh, that hurt. That actually hurts. Because I'm very bad at, like... I very easily forget to cut my fingernails. Because they fucking grow so quickly. So yeah. They're due for a clipping again. And I just, like, full on just rammed them into my chest. Though Sawada and Asaba told me I only had to fall in love. Yeah, to tell you the truth. And so I tell her about the conversation I had with them yesterday. After partying with Tsukushima, I dropped by the infirmary to report the conclusion I arrived at. About what I said yesterday.
Huh?
I think I kinda understand now.
何のことだ?
You told me to give love a shot.
ああ、そのことか。
I actually didn't want to become able to make smiles purposely. I've been wanting them to come naturally. If I can, I want to naturally smile at the person I love. And if I consider and if I consider that, this will in turn make the people around me as happy as well. That makes love really meaningful. So what you were trying to say is that I might be able to smile at the one I love, right?
偉そうで生意気だな。
Well, I guess I can't deny that. In truth, it's nothing more than the personal answer I came up with. So there's no guarantee or proof that it will turn out like that. But I think it'd be great if it was like that. I would perceive what she taught me in an optimistic way. And almost as if she had guessed my sentiments, she...
ああ、そうだ。ユーマ、お前に一つアドバイスしてやる。
Don't forget contraceptives. She says that while looking a bit embarrassed. Advice? What is it?
チョコは3倍返しが基本だからな。
Chocolate? Valentine's Day is long over, you know.
例え話だよ。それくらいわかれ。
Allegory? Meaning if someone gives me a smile, I should return it threefold?
そういうことだ。
That again seems to be something that's still far out of my reach.
やる前から諦めるんじゃない。
Well, I'll give it my best. As I answer that, she returns a satisfied expression.
ところで、こんな話をしに来たということは、彼女にしたい女を見つけられたのか？
I mean, me, the player, yes. Yes. But however, Yuma himself, nah. That's what I'll do starting now.
あ、これから？
Yeah, I've been worrying about how I should go about it. Hey, Why are you laughing?
いや、すまん。恋がしたくて相手を探すやつなんて初めて見てな。
I always said the very same thing.
だろうな。
You're laughing a little bit too much there. Oh, you already made me painfully realize that it's a weird way of going about it.
笑った。で、本当にいないのか？
No, there isn't.
そうか。しかしあいつらもかわいそうにな。
What do you mean?
もっと周りに目を向けてみろってことだ。このアホ。
Round me? Why? What you just said somewhat sounded like the words of a mother who worries about her son.
これ以上は教えてやらん。あとは自分で考えろ。
I don't get it at all.
悩め。それが青春ってやつだ。
Be more attentive to what's going on around me. Huh.
ああ、そうそう。ここでの仕事だが、もう来なくていいぞ。
Huh? What's that? Response to her out of the blue declaration. The goofy response escapes me.
せっかくやる気になったんだ。ここで無意な時間を過ごすよりも、女の尻を追いかけている方が有意義だって言ってるんだよ。
Girls' asses. Seriously.
とにかく、伝えたからな。もう戻ってくるんじゃないぞ。
Is this a prison or something?
似たようなもんだろう。クール気取った牧年人の更生施設だ。
I got it already, but don't pile up so much work as to worry this unsociable dense guy who's always acting all unruffled.
それは約束できん。
Man, if you're really in a fix, come to the classroom and call me then.
他にもあるだろう。ユーマのいるべき場所は。
Place where I belong.
悩むがいいさ。アホな若者。
Am I really a fool, or is it simply that her questions are way too difficult? No, it's not that difficult. You're just a moron. In the end, I leave the infirmary without arriving at an answer to that question. By the time I leave school, it's already become pitch black outside. But instead of thinking about the fact that I'll be rather late home today, I ponder about what Now told me at the infirmary. Attentive to what's going on around me. Huh. Thinking about the meaning of these words, I walked down the street in silence. And after a while, I've arrived at this place.
ユーマさん。
Tina, you came to pick me up today again?
はい。おかえりなさいです。今日は いつもより遅かったですね。
Sorry, I had some stuff to think about.
またお悩み事ですか？ユーマさんは大変です。
Say, Tina,
何ですか？
I want to pick up where we left off yesterday. Will you hear me out? Why is it that I'm consulting Tina about it? Rather, what is it I'm still mulling over at this point in the first place?
話を聞くだけならいくらでも。
So you've no intention of giving me some words of advice or anything after hearing me out?
内容によります。
That's a bit of a mean way to put it. Does my way of life look that awkward to you?
意味がよくわかりません。
How should I put it? Even though I actually should be feeling happy, I don't find myself やっ
ぱ
satisfied.
りよくわかりません。
Basically, it seems like I need to become even happier.
今のままではダメなのですか？
It should have been, but I realized that it isn't.
どうしてダメなのですか？
Repeated exchange of questions and answers now makes me want to tell her about the Soul Reaper I haven't spoken about with anyone until this moment. A long time ago, I once died. Upon that, I received a new life from a Reaper whose name I don't even know. What that basically means is that this life that I have right now isn't just my own. That Reaper also didn't tell me that Reaper also didn't tell me whose it is. To be precise, I lost consciousness before I got the chance to ask. For that reason, I decided to live my life for everyone's sake with all I've got, so that I don't put this life and the one who granted it to me to shame.
立派だと思います。
Whoops. But
みんなのためだとユーマさんは？
me? I've been fine until now. That's because everyone's happiness is also my own happiness. And there shouldn't have existed any inconsistencies in that. Till now, that is. But you know, it seems I wasn't the only one who has been thinking this way. Because of that, it seems that I have to become happy as well to truly make everyone else happy. Right, this is what I need to do. How to make myself and the life I've been entrusted with properly taste true happiness.
私もユーマさんのその命には幸せになってほしいです。
That life? As I already thought, I guess she really might know something about that Soul Reaper girl. But right now, there's something more important to talk about. So after talking to various people, it seems that it'll all work out somehow if I just smiled.
ユーマさんが？
Yeah, because it can't smile. Maybe all the happiness is balled up inside since it doesn't have the natural outlet it needs. If I think about it this way, I become a bit scared.
やっぱりよくわからないです。
Sorry.
でも
Tina peers into my face anxiously.
今のユーマさんが幸せじゃないのはわかりました。
I wasn't aware of it, but that's how it is, I guess. I'm not unhappy, but I'm not fully satisfied either. Until it was pointed out to me, it never even crossed my mind, though.
幸せじゃない。
She murmurs something in a voice so low, I'm not able to make out more than half of it.
それは嫌です。
I'm perplexed by the sorrowful gaze she directs
ど
at
う
me.
すれば幸せになれますか？笑顔になれますか？
Well, in a way, this is pretty comical. It's because Tina has been pointing out the answer to that question from the very beginning. I think I only have to fall in love, don't you think? Didn't you yourself tell me that I'd smile if I fell in love? Right, that's what she told me when I first met her. Did you already forget that, love fairy?
違います。決して忘れていたわけでは。
Guess it might be a good idea to fall in love. Staring at me in wonder, Tina freezes up. After all, there are also others who have recommended that to me. Surprisingly, it might not be so bad for me. Then slowly Tina's face begins to form a proper expression again.
ユーマさん、聞きましたよ。本当ですね。
Yeah, I did.
とうとうこの時が。
There's really something to cry over.
これで恋の妖精ができます。
Just when you think her eyes are wet, the next moment she's already happily smiling at you again. She changes her expression so fast. You never get tired from looking at her.
嬉しいです。小太郎もそう言っています。
Nah, don't really give a shit.
いえ、私にとっては正直どうでもいいことでございました。この通り、小太郎もとっても喜んでます。
Don't wring his neck so much. That really makes me feel sorry for him. All the more because of the fact that he looks like a plushie.
それで恋のお相手は誰とするのですか？あんまりでございますよ、ティーナ様。
She casually flings Kotaro away and draws closer to me. Right now, there's no one. Someday, maybe I'll find someone.
何を言っているんですか、ユーマさん。気が変わらないうちに今からしましょう。
There's no need to rush it. It's not something I can force. You have to naturally fall in love with the girl. I self-importantly announce what I've been told by Aoi and that bad-mannered nurse.
でしたら、早く誰かを好きになってください。
It's not that easy, you know.
口だけの男ですか？早く何かしてください。
She might actually have a point. If I just wait and do nothing, it probably won't change it. It probably won't change anything. Which means I should get myself more involved with other people. To the point that I can eventually fall in love with someone. But it takes courage to take that first step forward.
ですね、ユーマさん。
Suddenly she looks at me with a gentle gaze and smiles.
応援しますから。
I think I finally understand what I've been endlessly mulling over. Say, Timina, if I actually find a girl I love at that time.
はい。私がユーマさんの恋を叶えます。
In order to take that first step forward.
恋の妖精の
Oops, most likely I just wanted someone to give me a light push in the back. The next day I was in the middle of heading to a specific place. I think I probably understood it from the very beginning. If I started from here, things would start moving. In order to do that, I would have to fix quite a lot of bad traits I still have. Because I didn't want to confront that immature side of me, I kept refusing her invitations. Taking a deep breath, I steel my resolve, believing that bright future awaits me beyond this door. I'm here to join the student council! What? 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 Excuse me. So I take the first step forward.
というわけでみんな、風紀委員と合体したので、新しい規則を作りました。
Lover's band.
じゃーん！恋愛禁止！
Like, excuse me? Oh, okay. But seems this first step that I took with all my courage might have been a step in a completely wrong direction.
兄さん？あれ？ユウくん、おはよう。
No one in here is allowed to have a lover, apparently, I guess. Right, morning.
浅葉くん、どうしたの？
宿題を移したいなら残念だったな。俺はやってないぞ。
声太くん？それ、どういうことですか？
やだな、月島さん。そんな睨まないでほしいんだけど。
私はやってきたよ。さすがですね、ミオさん。なでなで。わーい。で、ユウマくんは誰かに用事？
Throw a quick glance at the lover's band notice. It's not like my ultimate goal is to date someone, but still, it's true that I've begun to think that it might be a good idea. So now, confronted with the fact that this hope turned out to be the first step on the road to disappointment, I find myself at a loss as to how to react. Let's see. Alright, for now, I should leave and come back again later after thinking this through one more time. It's nothing important, I'll come back later.
そうなの？でもせっかく来たんだし、ゆっくりしていったら？
But it seems everyone is rather busy, so...
ユーリちゃん、今って忙しいの？今ので話が終わりみたいだし、あとは教室に戻るだけだけど。
Oh, like, I mean, y'all look kinda busy. Like, we're not busy. I'll come back later!
ね。だから用事がある人は連れてっちゃってもいいよ。それとも生徒会に入るつもりになった？
well.
本当？ゆうくんも入るの？みーさんも一緒なら心強いですよね。ええ、浅場くんもいてくれたら風紀委員の仕事をお願いできるし。
Despite that I haven't said anything yet, the conversation steadily progresses, as if I had already agreed to join. So, couldn't watch much longer, cuts into the conversation.
おいおい、待ってくれよみんな。ユーマは保健室の手伝いがあるから無理だろ。
ああ、そっか。沢田先生も浅場くんの手伝いで助かってるだろうし。そうなんだよね。ユーマくんを攻略するにはそこを崩さないと。
What should I do? Should I tell them about it? Even if I remain silent about it now, they'd eventually hear about it from her anyway. And it's not like there'd be a problem if I just told them about that. She dismissed me. All of them look at me with a surprised expression.
え？首？
I gotta just say that, like, to phrase it in her words, I should stop coming here and use my time to chase girls' asses instead. So coming in here and seeing that sign is somewhat conflicting to me now because I am confused. Yeah, she said she didn't need my help anymore and told me to never come back.
浅場くん、沢田先生に何を？
おっぱいか。先生のおっぱいもみもみしたのか？
I really wish that was it. Wait, what? I didn't say anything. As if it's just that, there were some reasons that led to it. She may always be teasing me for fun, but just like always, she was always concerned about me in one way or another. That's precisely why she drove me out of the infirmary. She did what she thought was best for me.
ねえ、ゆうまくん。前に言ってたよね。保健室の手伝いがあるから生徒会は手伝えないって。
Right. That's certainly what I said.
じゃあさ、今はフリーってこと？
That's how it is, yeah. I know what she's getting at, and I also know what I should do now. I guess I have no choice but to resolve myself, huh? Reconsidering won't get me anywhere. I came here because I've denied what I wanted to change. I came here because I've decided that I wanted to change.
あのね、ゆうまくん。しつこいと思うけど、聞いてくれる？生徒会に。
Wait a moment, senpai! To begin with, only people who want to work for the sake of the school's students should join the student council. That opinion still hasn't changed. That's why I consider it to be wrong to join for selfish reasons like becoming able to smile. Instead, I should work with the mindset and goal of bringing smiles to all of the school's students. If I become able to smile myself as a result of it, I think that couldn't possibly be any greater happiness. I mean, in a way, this is really similar to Sabbath the Witch thinking about it. Just that instead of the OC, it's the student council, and the main character doesn't have a literal hole in his heart. A literal figurative hole in his heart. Both of them can't smile also. This is really similar to Sabbath the Witch, actually. Ha! That's the kind of future I dream of. Please let me join the student council. For the sake of that future, I took my first step forward from here. Okay, looks like we're done. Hold on. Yakuza 3 videos. And so I officially became a member of the student council. I accidentally turned off the webcam again. There we go.
いやー、しかしまさかな。会長はユーマまでも首を縦に振らせたか。
Just how many times are you going to bring that up? Put it to rest already.
それだけ驚きだったんだって。
While throwing inappropriate replies to a topic I'm already tired of hearing by now, we walked to the hallway on our way to a different classroom.
それで、今日は会長と一緒に昼飯を食うことになったんだっけ？
Yeah, apparently she's going to explain to me the student council's work.
ユーマには優しいよな、会長。俺の時にはそんなこと全くなかったぞ。
Isn't it just that she's being extra careful so that I don't quit now that the student council finally has an agreeable amount of members?
どうだかな。ま、何にしろ、お前は会長のお気に入りだと思うぞ。
Took liking me, you say. From my perspective, that would better apply to Konami and Mio.
それで、生徒会に入った理由だけど。
What do you want to hear? Isn't there a good enough reason that I was eventually swayed because you kept inviting me over and over again?
お前がそんな玉じゃないのは知ってるからな。何か理由があるんだろう。
Let me keep that to myself. It's obvious. It'd obviously be embarrassing to tell Saul about it. While we converse, Hanako approaches us from the front side.
あ、ちょっと浅場ユーマ。
おお、さすがに人気者だな、賞金首。
Former, that is. Did he have to bring that up again, now that I finally started to forget about it? What's the matter, Hanako?
花子って言うんじゃないわよ。
Well, I can already guess what she wants.
浅場ユーマ、あんた生徒会に入ったって本当なの？
Yeah, I did. Something wrong with that?
どうしたもこうしたもないわよ。なんで私に黙ってるのよ。
Why, you ask? Do I have an obligation to tell you?
あるに決まってるでしょ。記事にするんだから。
So in short, what she's basically saying is she expects me to immediately leak juicy information to her. And as if that wasn't enough, she's saying that right to the face of the person who would become the subject of that article.
結局あんたの変顔記事も受けが良かったし、普通のを出せばキャーキャーうるさいし。不愉快だから、せめて私のために役立ちなさいよ。
さすがだな、色男。
I'm not happy about that at all. You should first of all retort something in response to this girl's absurd logic.
ああ、そうは言ってもな。新聞部は生徒会広報も兼ねてるから、無茶苦茶でもないぞ。
Huh? Student Council PR, was it? The newspaper club?
何よあんた。もしかして知らなかったの？
ほら、そういう関係もあるから、会長とも仲いいんだよ。月島姉さんは。
Big sis Tsukishima? She is indeed Tsukushima's older sister, but that way of calling her feels off all the same.
あんたこの前の新聞も見てたでしょ？ちゃんと生徒会のことも記事にしてたじゃない。
Now that you mention it, true. Indeed, there was an article about the union with the PMC.
だから、何か記事になりそうなことがあったら真っ先に私に教えること。いいわね。
I get your reasoning, but Senpai's gonna tell you anyway, right? I don't see a problem if you just waited for that.
情報は速度が命なのよ。あんたにはそれがわからないっていうの？
Well, it's not like I don't know where you're coming from, but just when I'm about to object by telling her that I naturally can't take the risk of giving her inaccurate information, a powerful ally appears.
ちょっと花、いい加減にしなさい。ユーリ。
Tsukushima? Most likely because we've been talking in the middle of the hallway, Tsukushima, who has exited the classroom later than we, suddenly joins our conversation.
生徒会に入ったということは風紀委員の仲間でもあるの。浅場くんに対して何か文句があるようなら私も黙ってないわよ。それがなんだってのよ。
Two sisters glare at each other tensely.
おー、こりゃまた険悪な空気だな。
You aren't exactly in any position to say that in such a carefree manner, you know. You're also a PMC member.
ああ、 言われてみりゃそうか。合体したんだしな。
So lend me a hand.
はいはい。
Like exchanging looks, I move towards Tsukushima while Soul takes position next to Hanako.
まあまあ、そこまでにしときなよ、花子ちゃん。
誰が花子ちゃんよ、この変態副会長。
花子ちゃんもせっかく美人なのにもったいねえな。怒るとブサイクになっちまうぜ。
美人？そうま、美しいのは仕方ないわよね。持って生まれたものなんだし。
Hanako immediately gets carried away by Soul's extremely poor flattery. Jesus, how can you be so simple-minded, Hanako? Well, I guess I should accomplish my part as well. Tsukushima, I'm glad that you got angry for my sake, but you should calm down a bit.
おそばくん。
The PMC chairwoman shouldn't cause a scene in the middle of the hallway, right?
それもそうね。わかったわ。
As to be expected of her, she's rational. Tsukushima, who agreed to my argument, loosens up again.
いやー、やっぱり月島姉妹では花子ちゃんの方が可愛いよな。
よくわかってるじゃないの、あんた。単なる変態じゃなかったのね。
当然だろう。俺の目算によれば、妹よりも若干太ってるのは間違いないからな。
なんですって
まあ、それでもまだまだ足りないんだけどな。せめてあと10、いや、5キロだけでも。まずは二の腕を一回り大きくすることを理想にだな。あれなんか怒ってる？
この変態副会長
So, that was basically like stepping on a landmine. Even I know that much. And what makes the whole thing all the more nasty, his estimation is actually correct.
もう浅場優馬に変態副会長に何なのよ生徒会のやつらは。
What's your problem with him anyways? Explain, please. Hanako traces her way back to where she came from while laying her anger bare by throwing complaints at us.
思いっきり腹に肘食らったわ。
Why did you add fuel to the fire?
今みたいなのはさすがにかばえないわね。
俺おかしなこと言ってたか
Neither Tsukushima nor I rewarded his question with an answer.
Hi, どうぞ。
Excuse me.
いらっしゃい、優馬くん。待ってたよ。
Just as I promised this morning, bringing my lunch along, I showed up at the student council room.
ほら、座って座って。お茶も今入れるから。
No, I'm not a guest, but a member now. Let me take care of the tea.
ダメ。今日くらい私に入れさせなさい。
But
さて問題です。優馬くんの上司は誰でしょう？
what am I supposed to say when she asks me that out of nowhere? You, right?
ピンポーン、正解。そんなわけで上司命令。お茶を入れさせなさい。
Got it. I may be stubborn, but I think the same goes for her.
それじゃあ、ちょっと待っててね。
So I gaze at Senpai's back for a while.
はい、お待たせ。
Thank you. After placing 2 teacups on the table, she sits down. Green tea?
うん。ご飯には緑茶じゃない？
I can agree to that, but green tea is in a teacup, huh? I'm somewhat surprised due to that mismatch. Senpai begins to talk.
そうそう。それと入室時だけど、もう役員なんだからノックしなくていいよ。
Now she's pointed it out, I realize it. It may have been in fact me who still felt like a guest rather than a member. You're right, got it.
さてと、じゃあまずはご飯食べよっか。
She takes out a plastic bag and spreads out the contents. You bought your lunch at the school store?
まあね。おにぎりとかサンドイッチとか楽だよ。書類読みながら食べられるし。
That's bad manners.
少しぐらい許してよ。ここだと誰も見てないしね。
Is it such a tough job to be the student council president that there is a need to go this far? Now that I think about it, I get the feeling she's always here whenever I drop by. It's hard to imagine from her usual demeanor, but I guess there's quite some pressure from work.
あ、だけど、学食でもよく食べるよ。たまにユーリもいて面白いし。
Interesting, you mean her outfit?
そうそう、和風メイド。かわいいよね、あれ。
She herself seems to feel embarrassed wearing it though.
すっごい似合ってるのにな。
I actually agree with her, but saying it out loud would probably result in her teasing me in various ways, so I ultimately keep it to myself.
ユーマくんはいつもお弁当？
Nah, that would be too much of a burden for my mom on top of her work, so I used the cafeteria or buy my lunch at the school store 2 or 3 days a week.
あ、そっか。ユーマくんちのお母さんって浅場先生だっけ？
You knew?
まあね、生徒会長だし。
Fair enough. I guess that's only natural then. Her position, she likely gets wind of special circumstances regarding students rather easily.
安心して、誰かに言いふらしたりとかしてないから。
I wasn't worried, I trust you.
そういえば、他のみんなはそのことって知ってるの？コエタくんとか、ユーリとか。
I didn't really tell anyone. Miu obviously knows about it, but she wouldn't tell anyone either.
そっか。
Is there something wrong with that?
役員の緊急連絡先どうしようかなって。自宅から通ってる子は基本的に保護者だから。
See, that's a fair reason. I should be fine to tell these two anyways, so I'll do so on the next opportunity.
わかった。よろしくね。さ、それじゃあご飯にしよっか。
Right, thanks for the tea.
はい、どうぞ。
So I had lunch together with Senpai in a pleasantly calm atmosphere.
という流れの対応が必要なの。わかった？
Yeah, no problem. I anticipated that our conversation would eventually digress completely, despite her saying that she'd teach me about my job here. But in contrast to my expectations, she actually precisely explained everything to me.
大まかな流れはこんなとこかな。質問はある？
No, I'm fine for now. I'll ask you if something I don't know comes up during the actual work, if that's okay with you.
オッケー。細かいことはコエタくんやユーリの方が詳しいだろうから、そっちに聞いてもいいかも。
Got it, thank you.
それじゃ、これから頑張ってね。
Yeah, I will. In response to Senpai's words, I nod, feeling motivated. At any rate, it seems you really are the student council president after all.
それってどういうことかな？
I'm talking about the fact that you've just neatly explained everything to me in detail.
そう？わかりやすかった？
Yeah, it was fairly easy to follow.
なんか照れるな、もう。
Having said that, she displays an embarrassed smile on her face.
さて、それじゃあこれで生徒会の説明は終わりね。次は将棋部の活動についてだけど。
Yeah, right, I guess I'm a member of that as well now.
合体してるからね。嫌だった？
No, Konomi is there as well. I couldn't possibly mind it.
そっか、よかった。
So I guess that basically means you've really been doing club activities?
あれ、コナタンから聞いてなかった？毎日生徒会の仕事が終わったら指してるんだよ。
That's so. Guess I haven't caught on to that because I've been coming home even later recently. If I'd come home before her, I most likely would have become worried and asked her why she came home late. But all the shogi club does is play shogi, right?
そうだね。
And I think there's really nothing to explain.
そんなことはないよ。部員の実力を知っておくのも部長の務めでしょ？
I just really wanted to just try playing against him and just get absolutely stumped. I don't know what she managed to when she managed to prepare it, but she suddenly places a shogi board on the table after saying that. Senpai?
さ、それじゃあ一曲やろっか。
Ignoring my dumbfounded expression, Senpai proceeds to align the shogi pieces on the board enthusiastically. I lost.
あれ？
I instantly lost. You might have even set a new record with that playtime. I see you aren't the shogi club president for nothing.
ありがとう。じゃなくて。
What's the matter?
コナタンからユーマくんには一度も勝ったことがないって聞いたんだけど。
That's correct. I haven't lost a single time.
さ、こう言ったらなんだけど、コナタンの方が強くない？
Yeah, I agree.
なのに、負けなしなの？
Well, I'm playing by instinct, so in terms of skill, it should be impossible for me to win against her. I once asked Konami why she couldn't win against me. Our late father was the one who taught Konami shogi, and according to her, my playstyle is close to his.
苦手なの？
Yeah, she said it's so straightforward that it throws her pace off.
そういうことか。なんか納得。
So basically, the only ones I can win against are Konami and people who don't know how to play shogi at all.
そっか。
Like me.
悲しくなっちゃうのかな。
That's how she feels about it. I don't think she would play with me in the first place. That's why Konami probably. She genuinely loves shogi because she was taught by our father. So she most likely only sees me as a wall for her to overcome someday.
そっか。
So please keep playing against her without holding back.
もちろん。なんせ部長だしね。
Showing a bright smile, she nods. On that subject, there's something I'd like to ask you.
なになに？
How come you're so good at shogi? Did someone teach you?
気になる？
Well, yeah, after all, I've always thought that there shouldn't be many people Konami's age who are better than her.
そうかもね。コナタンは強いと思うよ。
But Konami lost to you. So I wondered if there was some sort of secret behind your skill.
教えてあげたいけど。ごめんね。
Whoops, fuck, that's silly.
ただね、強さの陰にはちゃんとした努力があるんだよ。それは一朝一夕のものじゃなくて、それこそ血の滲むような。
As she mutters that, a somewhat sorrowful yet in a way nostalgic expression surfaces on her face. Right, nothing just falls conveniently into one's lap. Till now, Senpai has simply put in more effort than Konami did. That's probably all there is to it. Incidentally, hasn't Konami won a single time against her yet? I mean, it's already been more than a week since you joined.
まあね、いいところまでは行くんだけど、わざと負けたら怒りそうだし。
I can guarantee she would, considering Konami's attitude towards shogi, even if I can't tell what punishment would... Even I can't tell what punishment that would bring about.
あ、怒らせるために、わざと負けるのもいいかも。
As a consequence, she might not speak to you for a while, you know?
それはちょっと勘弁してほしいな。
That's how serious she is about it.
じゃあ、私も真剣にやっつけるしかないか。
Yeah, please do so. I strongly believe that Konami will someday win against her. Give it your best, Konami.
さて、じゃあ将棋関係はこんな感じね。次はミオちゃんについてだけど。
You mean that activity to cure his constitution? Interpersonal countermeasures, was it?
まあね。確かにそれがメインだけど、多分ユウマくんが考えているよりも、ちょっと幅広いよ。
Exactly. As I think about what she means, she gives an example of what her statement entails.
ユウマくんは、コエタくんのことをどう思う？
Let's see, I'd say he's a joker with a chubby fetish.
そうだね。彼の内面はそんな感じ。じゃあ、見た感じはどう？
On the outside, you mean things like he'd likely be popular if he kept his mouth shut?
そうそう。なんだ、ユウマくんもコエタくんのことをそう思ってたの？
No, I just reiterated what I heard from some other girls.
ああ、なるほどね。
Actually, now that I think about it, he might actually be rather handsome. But maybe because of his habitual image, it's just too strong in my mind. I just couldn't seem to see him in that light, regardless of what girls say. So, what about him?
彼もある意味、内面に問題があるでしょ？だからこの前、女性のことはとにかく褒めろって教えたの。
Compliment?
そう。たとえ自分の好きじゃない痩せ型でも、どこかにいいところがあるはずだって。
Whoops. After hearing those words, I understood why he so complimented Hanako earlier in that awfully wrong way. It's not good, he didn't get what Senpai told him at all.
ミオちゃんのリハビリも大事だけど、せっかくだし、彼も直してあげないと。
That makes sense, I hope he can do it. It'd be great if he at least stopped forcing his fetishes onto girls the first time he meets them. What kind of rehabilitation are you doing with Mio?
男性に触れている状況のイメトレさせたり、目隠ししてユウマくんの真似した私と触れ合ったり。
You pretend to be me?
ダメだった？
I don't really mind as long as it helps Mio. But still, what in the world is she doing? And what's the result so far?
全然ダメ。私以外でも匂いで分かっちゃうし、イメトレだといつの間にか男性同士の絡みになるし。
I see. That's right, something also needs to be done about Mio's tendency to daydream.
ま、そんなわけだから、ユウマくんも手伝ってあげてね。
Yeah, of course. The method itself isn't different from what we always do, but with another helper, there might be more new development. We couldn't possibly be any happier if that happened.
それで最後に、風紀委員だけど。
Yeah.
ユーリに聞いてね。
Huh?
私には分かんないところあるし、委員長は有利だし。それに、一緒のクラスでしょ？
Well, I guess.
だからそういうことで、よろしく。
I can't believe she would just shove everything onto Tsukushima after coming this far.
あれ？呆れちゃった？
No, I just thought that you're you after all.
それって褒めてるの？
It only means that my impression of you shifted back to what it was before.
なんかバカにされてる感じがする。
Wow, you got a right feeling. It's not really my intention, but it's true that I feel a bit disappointed, while at the same time, I also feel somewhat relieved.
なんでもいっか。それじゃあせっかくだし、もう一曲やろう。
Me and Shogi, I see you like it as well.
好きっていうか、ハマってきたみたいな感じ？
After all that practice she must have been through, she became addicted to it.
ほらほら、並べて。
As you clear the boat that has been left as is after my loss and start to line up the pieces again, the chime rings.
あれ？もう終わり？
Seems so. Unfortunately, we'll have to postpone our rematch.
そうだね。じゃあまた放課後に来てね。
Sure. Right, would it be alright if I was a bit late?
なんかあるの？
Yeah, I have a little something I need to talk about at the infirmary.
沢田先生のところに戻るの？
No, I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't do something so half-assed after saying I'd join.
ならいいけど、それじゃあ何しに行くの？
Well, to thank her.
そういうことか。わかった。いってらっしゃい。
Well, being seen off by Senpai Smile, I leave the student council room. And so, with school over, I've come to the infirmary. Excuse me.
でね、その時、コナミちゃんがユウマくんのことをね。
はあ、いつまで続くんだ、その子供自慢は。
まだ始まったばかりだよ。
Seems there's already another visitor here. Well, that's Aoi, though.
ん？ああ、ほら。お前の愛しい息子が来てるぞ。
ほんとだ！ユウマくんどうしたの？気分悪いの？
Nah, I came for a different reason. On another note, it's surprising that you're already here, Asaba. She must have come here directly after homeroom, I guess.
ちょっと近くの教室に用事があったから、ついでに顔出してみたんだ。
I see.
それよりユウマ、いつも通り、葵さんって呼んでやったらどうだ？
そうだよ、ユウマくん。名前で呼んでほしいな。
But we're still at school here. And then I realize, I get the feeling I usually call her Aoi when I'm talking to her at the infirmary. Technically speaking, it's still within the school, but it's a rather isolated place after all. And I guess there's no problem with that. Okay, then I'll do that, Aoi. The moment I call her by her name, she displays a dazzling smile.
それで？何の用事だ？
Well, I came to speak to you.
私に？もう手伝いは不要と言ったはずだぞ。
もう、ナオちゃんってば。さっきもユウマくんがここを離れて寂しいって言ってたのに。
You said that? You feel lonely without me?
んなわけあるか。ユウマを追い出したって言ったら、勝手に葵が勘違いしただけだ。
ナオちゃんってば、照れちゃって。
知るか。
Adorable. She shows an embarrassed expression that can only be seen when her best friend Aoi is present. I realized once again that her attitude towards Aoi really is different than towards me. Anyways, I didn't come here for work. I only wanted to make a small report.
報告だと？
あ、大事なお話ならお母さん席外そうか。
No, I wanted you to know as well anyway, so it's actually convenient for me to have you here as well.
そんな改まって何の報告だ？早速恋人でもできたのか？
恋人？昨日の今日なのに？
Calm down, Aoi, that's not it. I joined the student council.
生徒会？
Now that I'm actually saying it out loud in front of him, it makes me feel slightly embarrassed.
そうか。なんだ、予想より早かったな。
You expected it?
もう忘れたか？言っただろ。お前のいるべき場所は他にあるって。
Archie mentions it. That is indeed what she said. Does that mean she already knew that I was going to join the student council back then?
へえ、生徒会か。頑張ってね。
Yeah, now that I've joined, I intend to put my back into
コナ
it.
ミもいるんだろ？
Yeah, apparently she's our secretary.
そうか。ま、せいぜい妹や人宝に迷惑をかけて頑張れ。
Aren't you supposed to say the opposite?
いいんだよ、かけろ。
そうだね。生徒会の仲間なんだし、支え合ってこの学園を良くしていってね。
そう、葵の言う通りだ。
Then just say so from the beginning.
なおちゃん、いつも言葉が足りないからね。
寡黙なんだよ、私は。
Do people normally say that about themselves?
養護教諭は言ってもいい決まりになっている。
In what world is that normal for a nurse? With Oa here, it's like having explanatory commentaries for her. With Oa here, it's like having explanatory commentaries for her, resulting in her spouting even more nonsense than usual.
で、誰を狙ってるんだ？
What's that supposed to mean?
生徒会の誰かが好きなんだろ？
No, not really. Also, love is banned in the student council.
は？
恋愛禁止ってどういうことなの？
Do you know about how both the student council and PMC got into a grave situation as a result of love affairs?
ああ、うん。他の先生からちょっと聞いたよ。
やめた奴らもやめた奴らだがな。私には意味がわからん。
もう、そういうこと言っちゃダメでしょ、なおちゃん。
付き合いを続けながら、それぞれの仕事を頑張ればいいだけだろうが。
みんな器用な子ばかりじゃないんだよ。
はいはい。まったく。相変わらず葵は甘い。
I actually agree with her opinion, but can love actually change people to that extent? That's a question I can't find an answer to. Anyway, because of that, student council members are prohibited from dating.
なるほどな。人宝のやつらしいというか、なんというか。
他の子は嫌がってなかった？
Well, a lot of the members are sort of distant to love in the first place. Tsukushima even outright denies it.
コナミちゃんも興味なさそうだもんね。
ま、お前は気にするな。忍ぶ恋というのも燃えるらしいしな、葵。
私は別に、というか卒業してからだよ。
Aoi appears rather embarrassed in response to that inciting remark. I suppose it must be about Dad. But you know, it's not really convincing to hear that from a person who doesn't have a boyfriend.
やかましい。
I don't know the detailed story that led to their marriage, but since they were student and teacher, there must have been all sorts of difficulties. Well, that's something I'd ask someone to tell you about. You'd ask someone to tell you about in great detail, after all. Well then, I should leave it for the student council room now.
頑張ってね。
ああ、待てユーマ。選別をやる。
Having said that, she thrust that farewell gift into my hand. Candy?
達者でな。
It's not like I'm graduating.
保健室登校からの卒業だ。
I'm properly attending classes, you know.
うんうん。ゆうまくん、まだサボってないよ。
Yet. Yet, she says. Does that mean she thinks it wouldn't be surprising if I did eventually?
いいから持っていけ。 他の役員にもあげれば仲良くなれるだろ。
The thing is, I'm already familiar with all of the members from the beginning anyway. But if you say so, I'll gladly accept them. Including that it would be rude to decline, I stuffed the candy into my pocket. Thanks.
礼などいい。
I'm only thanking you for the candy. I'm not only thanking you for the candy. It's for everything you've done for me.
なら、なおさら言う必要なんてない。私は先生として当然のことをしただけだ。
Here's the thing, you rarely do that, it seems.
なおちゃん照れちゃってるみたい。
葵、余計なことを言うな。
はーい。
Seeing them like this really makes it hit home that they're good friends. But I do want to talk a little longer with these two, who almost seem like a married couple. I can't let my new comrades wait for too long. Semi-reluctantly, I put my hand on the door. Later then.
いってらっしゃい、ゆうまくん。
Yeah, I'm off.
また、顔出せ。
So I leave the infirmary while hearing that curt yet gentle voice behind me.
それじゃあゆうくん、頑張ろうね。
Yeah, let's do this. A few moments ago. Sorry for being late.
お、来た来た。やっほーゆうくん。
Huh? The others aren't here?
今日はみんな別の場所でお仕事してるの。ユーリは風紀委員で、コナタンはそのお手伝いで。
Hold on, does that mean Yuri was the only person in the PMC? What the fuck? And what about So?
コエタくん？あれ、どうしたんだっけ？先生のお手伝いで社会科準備室に行きましたよ。ああ、そうそう、それ。
Seems she easily forgot about him just like that. Poor guy. If that's the case, should I go assist him?
ユウマくんにはちょっとお願いしたいことがあるの。私のお手伝いだよ。
Really?
中庭の花壇知ってる？
Yeah, now that you mention it, there is indeed a flower bed there.
ミオちゃんとあそこのお手入れをしてきてくれる？
Flower bed maintenance, huh? I've never done that before. Is that alright?
ユウくんには私が教えるから大丈夫だよ。そういうこと。
Let's see. Alright. Well then, give this to the others later.
飴？
A bribe to get off on a good start with everyone.
ああ、沢田先生ね。それじゃあみんなで美味しくいただきましょうか。
Mio, I'll give you some later too.
ユウくん、ありがとう。
I don't mean to say I don't mean to say it's in exchange for the candy, but I'll be counting on your guidance.
任せて。それじゃあ、ジンポウ先輩、行ってきます。はい、行ってらっしゃい。
So we've come to the courtyard with Mio. So what exactly do we have to do here?
雑草をきれいに取るのと、長い茎を切ってあげる作業があるんだけど。
And I'll take care of the weeds. I mean, I can tell which ones should be cut. I can't tell which ones should be cut and which ones shouldn't.
わかった。それじゃあ、私はこっちからやっていくね。
Alright, let's do this. So we begin our work. With our work. Some concentrating on identifying weeds, we continue working with barely any conversation going on, and before you know it, the sky has already dyed in madder red. Madder red skies a really good soundtrack from Moshko. I think my speed has gone up considerably by now since I finally got used to it, but there are still spots with lots of weeds left.
ユウくん、そっちはどう？
Another third left.
そっか。じゃあ、手伝うね。
Already done with your work?
終わったよ。
Yeah, that's right. Since Mio's doing it regularly, she's used to tending to the flowers. Then let's finish the rest together.
任せて。ここくらいから始めればいい？
Yeah, just work towards the opposite direction than I do from there.
わかった。
After sitting down, Mia begins to pull up weeds with the speed of a practiced hand. really good at this.
いつもやってるしね。
But you didn't tend to this particular flower bed from way before, right?
生徒会に入ってからやらせてくださいってお願いしたの。前までは神保先輩がずっとお手入れしてたんだよ。
I'm surprised at the unexpected name that left Mio's mouth. This flower bed, senpai did?
こうして綺麗に咲いてるのも先輩のおかげなんだよ。
Right, it's really beautiful.
そうだね。
On that subject, what about the flower bed at the shrine? Are you still taking care of it every day?
やってるよ。
Miu doesn't help you with it?
たまに手伝ってくれるかな。でも私も好きでやってるから。
Since you're taking care of it, it must be a relief for your grandmother.
前こっちに来た時、ちゃんと育てられてるって言ってもらっちゃった。
Yeah, that's great. But the shrine and the house Mio lives at originally belonged to her grandparents. But about 5 years ago, they left the house and shrine to Mio's parents, bought a house in the countryside, and moved there. Did your grandparents drop by recently?
あんまり。でも、たまにお姉ちゃんとは向こうに行ってるんだ。
I see. Well, all is good as long as they're doing fine.
お父さんもお母さんも元気だよ。
Mio's parents, rather her father, has been living far away from Onan Newtown for a long time now due to a job transfer. Since both Miu and Mio were kids at the time, their mother stayed behind to raise them until just recently. But now that they're old enough to be on their own, she has moved to her husband's place. You don't feel lonely?
お姉ちゃんいるし大丈夫だよ。それにお父さんはずっと一人で寂しかったと思うし。
I guess that's true. Worrying about others before herself, typical of Mio.
そうだ、お姉ちゃんって言えばね、ゆうくんに会いたがってたよ。
See me?
ゆうちゃんと最近遊んでないって昨日も言ってた。
Yesterday means that it's still a rather timely subject. When I only talk to Mio, she's a really nice older sister. But whenever we meet, she has fun teasing me, albeit in a different way than Konami. Tell her that I'll drop by in the near future.
わかった。
Now that I think about it, the last time I visited the shrine was the day of the opening ceremony. And Mio also said she wanted to see me, so I guess I should pay a visit soon. During our conversation, the distance between Mio and me has shortened considerably. It seems that the end is finally within reach. Whoops. Mio, can you come over here for a sec?
何？
Is this one a weed?
どれ？
Look, this one. After making some space for Mio and urging her to sit down next to me, the next moment... Hey, be careful! Grabbed Mio's shoulder since she was about to fall over due to losing her balance. Sorry. And so at the very end, I managed to make Mio cry. That night.
生徒会？
Yeah, well, I guess you wouldn't know what that is anyway, right?
いえ、ティナ様ならご存知ですよ。ですよね、ティナ様。小太郎うるさい。ティナ様、使い魔をそんな乱暴に扱わないでくださいませ。
Well, it's fine if you know. And hey, you seriously shouldn't treat him so roughly. I mean, the seams might come loose, right?
そんなぬいぐるみみたいに言わないでもらえますでしょうか。
No matter how you look at it, he looks exactly like a plushie, so what does he expect?
小太郎の言う通りです。バカにしてると頭からガブリといかれます。
The way you treat him doesn't look to me like anything else might... The way you treat him doesn't look to me like anything else but making a fool of him either, though.
違います。しつけです。私が主人ということを叩き込んでいるのです。いえ、バカにしているだけですね。しつけです。
Well, whatever. While heaving a sigh, I absent-mindedly gaze at what is supposed is supposedly disciplined in nature.
ところでユーマさん。
What is it? Wait, you already done disciplining him?
腕が疲れました。
I see. Yeah, see, she's as freewheeling as ever.
ティナ様は貧弱ですからね。
Quite fickle on top of that.
私のことなどどうでもいいのです。ユーマさんは誰と恋するか決めましたか？
This isn't something I can just decide on so quickly.
ユーマ様の意思などどうでもいいですので、さっさとお相手を決めてくださいませんかね。そうです。早く私に恋の妖精のお仕事をさせてください。ティーナ様をとっとと満足させてやってくださいませ。
Phrasing. Both of you, them noisily keep throwing complaints at me that I can't do anything about. You guys say it as if it's so simple to...
おや？
Kotaro cuts me off in mid-sentence as he lets out his voice that signifies that he noticed something. What's with that? What's with that while someone's talking?
どうやらお話どころではなくなった様子でして。小太郎、どういうこと？これはまたややこしいお方がいらっしゃるようですよ。
Just when I'm about to ask what the hell he's talking about the next moment.
元気してたかしら？クソガキちゃん。
Why, hello there. Get out of my house. What? I don't know from where or how he entered, but there's suddenly a guy I've never seen before standing in the middle of my room. Judging by his wings and scythe, a raper. Tina's scared?
よそ様の部屋に入るときは、せめてノックくらいはしていただきませんと。
なんだ、やっぱりあんたも一緒だったのね。なら話が早いわ。そのクソガキ、よこしなさい。
だそうですが、どういたしますか、ティナ様。やだ。ということですので、お引き取りくださいますか、キュベ様。
はあ？この私がそう言われて引き下がるとでも思ってるの？
I just really want to say he looks so intimidating, but I just really want it to be as easy as fuck as you are just grabbing him by the scruff of his neck, opening the window, and just chucking him out.
キュベ様がしつこいクソオカマということは重々承知しておりますので、なんなら私がお相手いたしますが。
犬風情がこの私に舐めた口聞いてんじゃないわよ。
Soripa's called Hybe swings down his scythe at Kotaro. However, just before the blade is about to touch the plushy-like body, Kotaro is engulfed in a white light. Huh? And a giant wolf that has appeared out of nowhere stops the scythe with his fangs. Just like Tina did once before, the Soul Reaper lets his scythe disintegrate into thin air.
なんだ、もう終わりか。
うっさいわね。出しゃばるんじゃないわよ、クソ犬。
His voice sounds familiar. Like, this part of the soundtrack is just fucking stupid because yes, we need suspense. Put in the usual soundtrack. Hive isn't listed in the extra characters. Oh well.
相変わらずやかましいおかまだ。貴様が先に鎌を振るってきたんだろうな。
挑発してきたのはあんたでしょうが。
Huh? What's up with the situation? Why is that giant wolf in front of me, able to speak? No, more importantly, where's Kotaro?
むしろ、なんであんたが邪魔すんのよ。 ここは私に協力してもいいんじゃないの？
目的にそれほど違いはないかもしれんが、貴様のようなオカマにティナは預けられん。
小太郎。
Huh? Kotaro? Wait, don't tell me that giant wolf is,
使い魔の分際で市場を挟まないでくれる？なんなら邪魔できないように始末しちゃおうかしら。
男のくせにベラベラと。貴様のその喉笛、噛みちぎって喋れなくしてやろうか。
Oh, he's supposed to sound like a drag queen. Okay.
主人を亡くした野良犬が面白いこと言うわね。次は手加減してあげる余裕ないわよ。
その言葉、そっくりそのまま返してやろう。
In a bizarre atmosphere, the wolf that is supposedly Kotaro and the pansy soul reaper, who once again has taken out of sight, confront each other.
ユウマさん、私、どうすれば。
Staring at me with banging eyes, she tells them, she pulls the hem of my shirt. Well, I feel that this seems rather dangerous. I really should stop them anyway. Muster my courage and put myself between Kotaro and the soul reaper. Hey, cut this out, you two! What do you think you're doing in someone else's room?
あら？
邪魔をするな。どいてろ。
I won't. Aoi and Konami are also in this house. It's my duty to protect them.
ユウマさん。
And then in the middle of this tense atmosphere...
あら？あらあら？あらあら？
Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. I could guess what this is. Oh my god, what a cutie! How about you come with me for a night out? Or stuff like that. Oh! Soul Reaper has been looking at me. He suddenly comes in close, so close that our faces almost touch.
何よ坊や、いい男じゃない。名前は、身長は、3サイズは？
What the hell's up with you?
私はヒューベリオン。そこのガキと同じ死神よ。
That sounds like Hyperion. I did not know that he was, employed, like he's fucking, he's owned by Handsome Jack. Talking is hard. Hyperion. Hodente Senmai. Okay, Hodente Senmai. Any voice, any roles that I recognize? Oh, he's apparently in BlazBlue Calamity Tree. He is the English voice of Ragnar Bloodedge. Huh. He's the English voice of Ragnar. Oh, and he's Inoue Jun! He's Jun! He's Jun! You don't want to get involved with humor. He's not a lolly. Come on, back up. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to be Jun though. He's fucking Ragnar the Blood Edge in fucking June, a gay Reaper, gay Shinigami. What else? What else am I missing here? I don't know that. Getting Ragnar there. Oh, someone in Death End Request. Murakata Natsu. Ah, the weird philanthropist dude. If I remember correctly, that is. Oh, he's also someone in Cafe Stella. Mikado in Cafe Stella. And someone in 9. Who is he in 9? Takamine Renya. Oh well, now I know where I know that voice from. Well, it's obvious enough that he's a Soul Reaper. So, Hyperion, what exactly do you want here? And get away from me.
もうやってば恥ずかしがりやさ
This guy's suddenly in such high spirits, it's hard to imagine that he's the same Soul Reaper who had just been in a glaring contest with Kotaro a minute ago. But what's getting to me is he and his gestures are freaking disgusting. So, what do you want? If I just heard you right, you demanded that we hand Tina over?
今坊やが言った通りよそこのガキを連れて帰るのが私の目的よ
While saying that, Hyperion throws a glance at Tina.
坊やも知ってるんでしょその子家出してるのよ
I know, but Tina has no intention of coming back, right, Tina?
はい帰りたくありません
ちょっとガキあんまり私の手を煩わせないでくれる
気持ち悪いのでこっち見ないでください
先ほども言った通り貴様には任せられん。どうしてもと言うなら俺が相手になるぞ。
ああもうめんどくさなんであんたがそのガキに使われてんのよ
貴様に語る義務などない。
だいたい想像つくけどね私も正直めんどくさいってのが本音だし好きにしたら
Really?
まあねその子の気配感じたから様子を見に来ただけだしでもまさかこんないい男のいる家に住んでるなんてね
Completely in contrast to how he looks at Kotaro, he directs a passionate gaze at me.
それで私も名乗ったんだから坊やも名前ぐらい教えてくれない
Asabayuma.
あらあら男らしい名前ますます気に入ったわ坊やは男同士に興味あるわよね
Not in the slightest.
なんですって
Is that really so surprising?
ユーマさん
Huh? What is it?
私は男同士でも応援しますでもおかまさんはやめてください
They're not calling him Pansy, they're calling him Okama. Which, as I've recently learned, is like a actually very derogatory term to use for cross-dressers. Like, you're not supposed to say Okama bar, because apparently that's derogatory. Oh well. Relax, even if I was into guys, that'd be absolutely out of the question for all eternity.
そんな
Having received an enormous shock at my words, Hyperion appears evidently dejected.
いいわ燃えてきたわよ
That won't change anything, though.
坊や覚悟なさい必ずあなたを私の虜にしてあげる
Listen, I'm telling you that I'm...
それじゃあ今日のところはこれで失礼するわねチャオ
Having thrown a flying kiss at me the very next moment, Hyperion suddenly disappears. Or at least, what's up with this guy?
ユーマさん小太郎
Huh?
どうした？
ありがとう
Most likely because both of us stood up for her, so she wouldn't get taken away. Tina thanks us embarrassedly.
気にするな。俺はお前の使い魔だからな。
By the way, what exactly are you, Kotaro?
だから使い魔だと言っているだろうが。まさかお前、本当にただの喋るぬいぐるみと思っていたのか？
Well, yeah.
これが小太郎の真の姿です
There's quite a big gap between your true form and your disguised form. How do you usually take that form?
でかくて邪魔だとティナには言われるからな。それに、
And also,
女が怖がって逃げていく。
I see.
ああ、若い娘に抱きしめられたい。
Seems Kotaro's true essence wasn't a wolf, but merely a perverted dog. Then once again, Kotaro's body is engulfed in white light, and a split second later, he's back in his plushy form.
これで元通りです。
Tina casually places Kotaro on her head as if nothing happened at all.
やはりこちらの姿の方が女性の皆様にはモテモテでございますよね。
I hope for you that'll come true.
なんでございましょうか、その含みのある言い方は。
Whoops. So then, I take it you realize that the prospects are rather grim, huh?
小太郎、私は可愛いと思うから。キュッてする？胸の膨らみもないお子様に抱きしめられましてもね。ティナ様！閉まってます！首が閉まっております！ぽい。
Poor Kotaro, induced Tina's wrath, is tossed into the trash can. That's unexpected. You also mind that sort of thing?
何のお話でしょう?
Nah, forget it. More importantly, I decided to ask about that Iberian guy that disappeared to somewhere. At least I think that was his name. That Soul Reaper just now. Won't he come back again, judging by what he said?
どうでしょうね。本人も様子を見に来ただけなどと言っておりましたし、無理にティナ様を連れ戻そうとは考えてなさそうですが。
Kotaro says so while crawling out of the trash can. That's so?
まあ、私もおりますし、我々にもいろいろと事情がありますので。
I don't know about your circumstances, but if you say so, then I have nothing left to say. Tina is being chased after by other Soul Reapers, but Iberian is not that motivated. Does that hit the nail?
ですが、ユーマ様を口説きには来るかもしれませんね。もう会いたくないです。
Like the next time he just appears like in the room, like he appears in the middle of the room, just looks around for him, and he just sees Yuma in the corner of the room with a bag of salt. Be gone with you! Be gone! Be gone with you, foul demon! Both Tina and I heave a gloomy sigh. Friday, one night after Iberian's raid. Has Oe finally released you from her hug?
あれ、ミオさんは?
Alright, on that score I got a text from her that said she went to head to school to help the president with something.
私たちは手伝わなくていいのかな?
That's what I asked her too, but apparently one person is enough.
そっか。
Come on, let's get going.
うん。
It's the first time for just the two of us to go to school together since the time Konami once again started attending the same school. Since the time Konami once again started attending the same school as me. Even though we constantly see each other at home, for some reason it feels quite refreshing.
もう桜もずいぶん散っちゃったね。
Yeah. Cherry blossom trees that have been in full bloom until just recently are now revealing a fair amount of young leaves. Well, I guess that's expected now that we've entered the second half of April. At this rate, I guess most of the remaining cherry blossoms will have fallen by the end of this week.
また来年だね。
Unfortunately.
あれ、兄さん桜好きだったの?
I never have given thought to that, to be honest, but being Japanese, I do relatively like them.
そっか。私もピンク色で好き。
Seriously, just the color?
かわいいでしょピンク。
Well, I can at least say that it's girly.
女子力高いからね。
Saying that actually implies the opposite.
兄さんには負けないよ。
Don't compare yourself to me. Talking to each other as usual, you walk on the street that is lined with cherry blossom trees that have begun to lose their petals.
こうやって二人で歩いていると、周りからはカップルとして見られちゃうかな。
What are you saying all of a sudden?
兄さんのファンから恨まれたくないなって思って。
I don't remember ever building a fan base. For that matter, it'd actually be me who's in more danger.
なんで?
Did you forget already? There was a bounty of 100,000 yen on you.
そっか。そういえばそんなこともあったね。
You know, that wasn't me a week ago. Hard to tell whether she simply has the serenity to be unfazed by it, or if she's like some big shot dealing with a petty matter. Well, I don't think there's a need to worry about that sort of thing. After all, we're famous at our school.
それもそうだね。
Although the wanted posters are mostly responsible for that, I think you could say that almost every student at Mihama Academy knows that we're siblings. That's right. I heard from Senpai that the Shogi Club is properly active when she was explaining the student council work to me.
うん。昨日もユーリ先輩のお仕事を手伝った後、アン先輩に相手してもらったよ。
How was it? Did you have fun?
楽しいよ。まだ一回も勝ててないけど。
Thought so. I also played against her yesterday. She's really good.
兄さんも負けたの？
You know, you're most likely the only one I'm able to win against.
なんだかそう言われると屈辱。
Sorry, that wasn't my intention.
大丈夫。わかってるから。でも強いよね、アン先輩。
Right, she is the Shogi Club president for nothing. Oh, but come to think of it, on paper, there's no Shogi Club anymore, huh?
私はいつでも将棋部のつもりだよ。
Well, to you, it's like the student council just happens to be strung along with it after all. If her initial aspirations are being fulfilled, I couldn't ask for more.
今日のお昼は学食だよね。
Yeah, you wanna come along with me again?
私は構わないけど、兄さんこそ私と一緒でいいの？
I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be.
ほら、ミオさんとかユーリ先輩が寂しがらないかなって。
It's true that we often eat together since we're seatmates, but it's not like we're promised to have lunch together or anything. And there is also the fact that Tsukushima often doesn't have a real lunch break due to her part-time job in the first place.
そっか。じゃあ今日のお昼は兄さんを独り占めするね。
Yuri is probably really overworking herself. Yeah, if you say so.
そうやってスルーされると寂しい。
What exactly am I supposed to do then?
恥ずかしがったりとか？
How did you expect me to get bashful? I'm talking to my own sister. Huh? I stop at a point on the hill road. It's just about to run past a row of cherry blossom trees. Konami, come over here for a second.
何兄さん？
That's one on her head. Yeah, just as I thought. Stay still for a moment.
兄さん。
The sweet fragrance of a girl drifts over from Konami to me. As if handling some sort of fragile article, I gently reach my hand out towards her head. And when I touch her, her body jerks slightly. Konami, don't move. So I... Here, this petal was on your head.
花びら？
Well, yeah, cherry blossom petal.
そのまま、なでなで。
Huh?
いいから、ほら、なでなでして。
Fine. Lightly pressing down her thin, soft hair, I pet Konami's head. Satisfied?
許してあげる。
Forgive me? For what?
妹をドキドキさせた罰。
Made your heart flutter? Seems I received punishment for something I don't remember doing.
いきなり立ち止まれって言って手を伸ばしてくるから、キスでもされるのかと思っちゃった。
Kiss you. Of course I wouldn't do
ほっ
that.
ぺならしてもいいよ。
I'll pass.
毎日葵さんにはしてもらってるのに。
She usually should still be asleep by that time. How come she knows about that? Well, there's nothing I can do about it. She'll cry if I refuse.
葵さんがいいなら、私から兄さんにするのもいいんだよね。
No, and then I realized mid-sentence. This is probably one of those things she always does to me. Is it really that much fun to tease me like this?
あ、わかっちゃった。
After all those things you said, it would be strange if I didn't. Come on, let's go.
はーい。あ、そうだ兄さん。
I just had a random thought that I probably should look up afterwards. Hold on. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. No, it's gone. The second they start doing that. Oh, that's fucking boring. Basically, I for some reason just like emptied out the entirety of my dice box, and I saw the D4, and for a sec, and as I looked at it, I thought, like just if it's on the table, like just accidentally like hitting it would probably be very painful. And then I thought, a D4 kind of looks like a caltrop, doesn't it? And then I was like, wait. How much damage does a caltrop in D&D do? It only does 1 piercing damage instead of 1d4. Imagine how funny that would have been if it's just a d4. What is it? I stop and turn around to face Konami. Thereupon, Konami's face approaches until it's only centimeters from mine. But she had pressed her soft lips on my cheek. How could you do that so nonchalantly? You do realize that we're in public?
誰もいないし大丈夫だよ。
That may be true, but stuff like that is bad for my art. So I'd be thankful if you spared me from that in the
ド
future.
キドキした？
I did more than just
そっ
flutter.
か。兄さんには長生きしてほしいから言うこと聞くね。
I'm glad to hear that.
次は玄関でチューしてあげる。
Seriously, don't. I don't want to imagine what Aoi would say if she happened to see that.
でも満足。
What
キ
exactly?
スした時ちょっとだけ恥ずかしそうだったから。
Don't tell me she did it only to make me feel
ほら
embarrassed.
兄さん学校行こう。
Alright. Worrying about my sister's future, we set off towards school. He worries about her future a lot. Which is understandable, considering her personality. The end of homeroom also marks the end of the school day.
ゆうくん生徒会室行く？
Yeah, do you want to come along? So, Tsukushima, do you also want to... Both of them have already disappeared from the classroom.
ゆうりちゃんは今日アルバイトなんだって。
Saying that she has already left the classroom, she must have been in quite a hurry. As for Soul, well, whatever, we'll meet him at the student council room anyways. I finish packing my things and leave the classroom together with Mio. Oh yeah, it'll be your birthday soon, huh?
ゆうくんよりちょっと先にお姉さんになっちゃうね。
Oldest sister? You know there's only a month difference between our birthdays? Mio's birthday is on the 6th of May, on the 8th of May, while my birthday is on the 11th of June. Because the dates are so close, we've often been treated as a set of two on various opportunities. Any specific plans this year?
連休もあるし、お父さんとお母さんがお姉ちゃんとこっち来なさいっ
See, that's great.
て。でも一晩だけで帰るよ。
That's rather short. Can't you stay a little longer?
お姉ちゃんゼミの集まりがあるんだって。あと神社も気になるしね。
Mean you don't want to leave the shrine office unmanned?
お休みだから人が来るかもだし。
I get the feeling that basically all the shrine visitors are from the local populace anyway.
そうだね。
Mio's grandfather had been one of the leaders of the neighborhood association for many years, so there are a lot of shrine visitors who come because of that connection. And after her grandparents moved away, it began to feel more like they were coming to see how their grandchildren were doing at the shrine. Excuse me!
こんにちは。おう、来た来た。二人ともお疲れ。
I see no one else is here yet.
何よ、私がいるじゃないの。
Well, you're always here anyway.
そんな住んでるみたいに言わないでもらいたいな。
I think I could almost say she does.
そうそう。
You could always
今朝はあ
say
りがとうね、みおちゃん。あ、いえ、ジンポウ先輩のお役に立ててよかったです。みおちゃんはいてくれるだけで空気が和むから、いつでも私の役に立ってるよ。
Makes it sound as if she's an air freshener.
でも和むでしょ？
But I can't deny it. Throwing a short glance at Miu, I see her smiling bashfully. So what's the plan for the day?
みおちゃんはプールへ行ってくれる？コナタンがいるからお手伝いしてきてほしいの。はい、 かりました。で、ゆうまくんは、ちょっと話があるからここにいて。
Something you want to talk about?
ああ、そうそう。声太くんもだった。彼が来るまで待っててくれる？
Sure. Let's talk to Sota and me. What could it be about? Then, a few minutes after Mio left.
こんちゃーす。
ああ、やっと来た。待ちくたびれたでしょ、もう。
は？なんすか一体。いつも俺の存在を忘れかけてるのに。
Seeing her being treated like that makes me feel kind of sorry for you, so.
男性陣の二人に話があって待ってたの。ほら、こっち来なさい。
はあ。
So obediently comes before the president and me, visibly having no more clue about than I about what's going on. Talking is
なん
hard.
すか話って。
二人とも、あさっての日曜日に用事ある？
俺は特に。ユウはどうだ？
There is nothing I particularly planned on doing either.
よし。じゃあ、学校に来てくれる？
School, they talk about student council work.
ゆうまくんたちの歓迎会。
Welcoming party.
ああ。そういや前にやりたいって言ってましたね。
せっかく短期間で4人も入ったんだもの。今こそ歓迎会を開く絶好のタイミングでしょ？
Fine with me, but holding it in school means it'll be here. At school means it'll be here, right?
俺たちも何か適当にお菓子とか持ってきた方がいいっすか？
二人とも何言ってるの？
いや、何言ってるのって。
We're going to hold a welcoming party, right?
だから、水着持ってきてね。
What?
Huh?
Our swim trunks? I was under the impression that a welcoming party is something in which you make merry with everyone while eating snacks and drinking juice. Why the swim trunks?
プールの使用許可はもうもらってるから。
What do you mean by pool?
あれ、知らない？うちの学校、温水プールあるよ。
Well, I know that much. You mean we're going to hold the welcoming party at the pool?
そうだよ。ほら、よく言うでしょ？仲良くなるには、裸と裸の付き合いって。
それ、銭湯で言うことっすよね。
仲良くなれれば何でもいいの。
I think we already know each other pretty well as is. Well, more importantly, wait a moment. Even if the two of us are fine with it, that might not be the case for the others.
違うって？
You'll see everyone in their swimwear, right? Think that might be embarrassing for them?
もともと他人に見せるものだし、私は恥ずかしくないよ。
It might be true for you, but maybe not so for Mio or Tsukushima.
ユーリもミオちゃんもコナタンも分かったって言ってたけど。
プールの使用許可は？
管理の先生と貸し切りってことで話ついてるよ。
うわあ、さすが会長。
On the premise that they'll have to clean it. So all necessary preparations are already done, huh?
だから、あとは二人だけなんだけどな。
まあ、用事ないのは本当なんで、俺は別にいいっすよ。ユーマは？
I also have no reason to decline as long as everyone's okay with it.
ありがとう。じゃあ全員参加ね。
それにしても仕事早いっすね。貸し切りの申請もどうやって通したんすか？
知らないの？
知らないって、何がっすか？
コエタくん、昨日は他の先生のお手伝いしてたでしょ？
はあ、ま
で、今日はコナタンとミオちゃんがプールの監視役を手伝ってるんだけど。
So then, could it be the reservation request was accepted in exchange for helping out?
まあね、事務仕事もあったけど、それは私がやっつけたし。
相変わらず悪魔的な根回しの良さっすね。俺何も知らずに働いてましたわ。
そのおかげで楽しい一日を過ごせるんだから別にいいでしょ？
I don't know if that was her intention or not, but she has effectively been dancing on the palm of her hand. It's hard to find words other than it's what you would expect from her. Got it. Was it all you wanted to talk about?
で、今日のゆうまくんは
I'll go help Mio and Konami.
そうだね。よろしく。
After all, it wouldn't feel right wouldn't feel right to be the only one who didn't contribute anything.
じゃ、コエタくんは私の手伝いね。
事務仕事か。了解っす。
当日は楽しみにしててね、ゆうまくん。私の水着で脳殺しちゃうから。
Please go easy on me. I think the choice for the route is gonna be like on that during that party anyways, so in a way, kinda. Giving only that as a reply, I leave student council room. The room. Konami, you ready?
今行く。あ、コナミちゃん、下着忘れてるよ。ありがとうございます、葵さん。水着のまま帰る羽目になるところでした。
What in the world is she doing?
たくさんの女性と休日にプールデートですか？
Date? There'll be 4 girls in total, so you can hardly call that a date, right?
ハーレムですね。ユーマさん、つけこましです。
Just where do you learn these words? Also, there'll be another guy there as well.
ということは、男性と。
Looks like another ridiculous misunderstanding on her part.
大丈夫です。前にも言った通り、男同士でもユーマさんを応援します。
All this reminds me of is Horimiya, where at this point, Hori wouldn't even mind if wouldn't even really mind if Miyamura cheated on her with a girl, as long as it's not a guy. That must have intrigued you. Go ahead and check out Horimiya. It's a really good manga, honestly. It's fucking hilarious. And really heartwarming as well, strangely enough. Anyways, much unneeded, as I told you before. I'm straight, so it's never going to happen. As I heave a sigh, Konami comes out of the living room.
お待たせ兄さん。もう大丈夫だよ。
I just have heard a bit of about what you were discussing. Why do you need to bring panties?
兄さんは周知にもだえる妹の姿が見たいの？
I can't see what will lead to that kind of situation.
それとも濡れた水着を履かせて十分に乾かないまま外を歩かせたりしたい？ゆうまさん、変態ですね。
Hey, hold on a second. I merely asked why there's a need to bring panties.
だから帰りにおしっこ漏らしちゃったと思われないため。
Could you explain that in words I can understand?
下に水着を着ているの。だから下着がないと周知にもだえちゃう。
And just say so from the beginning.
見る？水着。
Upon saying that, she takes a hold of the scuff of her skirt to lift it up. You don't have to show me. If you're ready, let's go.
兄さんは脳殺間違いなしなのに。
I'll see it as much as I want at the pool anyway, so I'll just be saving the fun for later. That reminds me, Jinpo also said something about ensnaring me or whatever.
コナミさん、脳殺頑張ってくださいです。うん、任せてティナさん。
What kind of declaration is that supposed to be? In the course of this conversation, it always shows up.
二人とも歓迎会楽しんできてね。はい、兄さんに渾身の泳ぎを見せつけてきます。頑張れ、コナミちゃん。ファイトです。
Snaring me and showing off her swimming skills. Some grand plans she has.
あ、そうだ、ユウマくん、ユウマくん。
Yeah, what is it? With a brisk trot, Aoi approaches me and stands directly in front of me. Then she spreads out both of her arms and...
ぎゅー。
gives me her usual hug.
ティナさん、せっかくだし、私たちも。一緒にするですか？うん。ほら、こうやって。ぎゅー。
He's just still like, this is my life now. The three of them hug me all at once, as if I'm a hugging pillow.
こうしてると仲良し家族みたいだね。言うまでもなく仲良し家族ですよ。ね、ひなさん。はい、間違いないです。小太郎もそう言ってます。
Why is no one asking for my opinion?
聞くまでもないからね。みんなあったかーい。なるほど。これが噂に聞くおしくらまんじゅうというやつですね。
Not really, Tina. What's up with this situation? After being released from the hugs, we finally set off.
あ、ゆうくん、こなみちゃん、おはよう。
Yo, Mio! I see you pretty early.
おはようございます。
We left the house slightly ahead of time to have some leeway, but even so, Mio was already there. Well then, let's go.
散っちゃったね、桜。
It does feel kind of empty now. Well, does that make you sad?
うん、少し。自分の名前に桜ってあるから、ちょっと思い出あるのかも。美しい桜って書きますからね、みおさん。桜散る。
It's only natural that they've fallen by the end of April. Didn't you imply a different kind of falling there?
私不合格？みおさんは合格です。100点満点です。はーい、やったー！
I have no clue as to what it is exactly that she's passing with flying colors, though.
みおさんが喜んでいるからいいの。嬉しいよ。
I still have no clue why. They arrived 10 minutes prior to the appointed time at school, but everyone else was already there. We exchanged greetings and then went straight to our respective changing rooms. I really like that fucking patio. That's a really nice. I don't know why I've come to like patios so much. Setting foot on the pool side after having finished changing, I find Jinpo and Tsukushima there in their bikinis.
あれ？ゆうまくんだけ？コエタくんはまだ着替え中？
Yeah, he was staggering around sleepily.
来た時からフラフラしてたもんね、コエタくん。
He probably just stayed up late. He'll wake up for good eventually. No need to mind him.
ゆうまくんは眠くない？
Well, not really. That's because I always endeavor to keep a healthy sleep cycle. This kind of main character becomes even less relatable by the fucking second. Anyways, although the truth is I've been woken up by Tina, who had gotten up way too early. It's too bothersome to explain that, so I'll keep it to myself. By the way, weren't you all pretty early? But weren't all of you pretty early? It was still before the appointed time when we arrived.
みんな楽しみにしてくれてるってことじゃないかな。私はいつも15分前行動を心がけてますから。
See, that's typical of the diligent Tsukushima. Also, she literally lives nearby, and it's not that hard. Also, she looks very, very fucking pretty in that. Like, really pretty. Like, goddamn.
ユーリも楽しみだったでしょ？知りません。
And think of it, shouldn't we have also invited Hanako?
いや、それはまずいでしょう。
She's doing PR work for the student council after all, so I don't really think that would have been anything wrong with inviting her.
ダメよ、アスバくん。花を呼んだら絶対に水着姿を盗撮されるわよ。
Ah, right, didn't think of that. An all too convincing reason. If it's her, it's very likely to bring her camera even to the poolside after all.
ねえねえ、それより私とユーリに言うことがあるんじゃない？ユーマくん。
What do you mean?
もう相変わらず鈍いんだから。美少女2人がこんな刺激的な格好をしてるんだよ。ちょっと先輩。
Ah, you mean about your swimwear? Yeah, I deliberately chose to avoid that topic since I didn't know how to react to it. But it seems the plan fell apart all too easily.
で、どう？私の水着姿は。 舐めるように観察してもいいんだよ。
Well, let's see. What's the right answer in this kind of situation?
ほらほら、どう？
Got some nice frills, I guess?
そこなの？
Sorry, I don't know how I should answer.
ジンパー先輩、そんな風に聞いたら浅葉くんだって困るに決まってるじゃないですか。チェー、一言似合ってるよ、あんって言ってくれればいいだけなのにな。
Make it sound like it's a piece of cake to churn out lines like that.
ほら、せっかくだし言ってみて。
I have my doubts on whether it'll actually make her happy to hear the words she put in my mouth herself, but I guess it's fine if that will satisfy her. Looks great on you, Jinpo.
まあ、似合ってるって言ってくれたし、いっか。名前を呼んでくれないのは悔しいけど。
Fortunately, it apparently really satisfied her.
じゃあ次はユーリの番ね。私ですか？ほらほら、しっかり立ってユーマくんに見せてあげて。
Just like I did with Senpai, I carefully examined Tsukushima in her bikini.
ダメ、そんなに見ちゃ。
I mean, you'd be so embarrassed. It looks really great on you. The color also goes well with your vibe.
ありがとう。お気に入りの色だから嬉しい。けど、やっぱりあんまり見ないで。
Okay, if you really don't like it, I won't. The moment I averted my eyes from her, I made contact with Senpai. She's glaring at me with reproachful eyes. What's the matter, Senpai?
なんか、私の時と反応が違くない？
It must be imagination. Both of you look great in your bikinis. What else would you want to hear from me?
それはそうだけど。
Sup, my man? Your lack nipples. In the midst of this conversation, a sleepy-eyed soul makes his appearance. Wow, you finally made it.
いやー、着替えてる最中に立ったまま寝てたわ。
寝不足なの？
まあなあ、夜中までゲームしてたからあんまり寝てなくてさ。
Still unsteady on his feet, Soul lets out a drowsy yawn. I'm holding it back! I'm holding it back! I'm not gonna yawn! Why don't you go and take a cold shower then? That should wake you right. That should wake you up good.
それとも、プールに突き落とす？
シャワー浴びてくるっす。
チェ、残念。
Seems she really was itching to push him in. A few minutes later, the now fully awake Soul returns. Almost all at the same time, Miu and Konami also emerge from the changing room.
ああ、来た来た。って、ミオちゃんすごっ！さすがミオだわ。
Like he's just like, what the fuck?
おお、揺れてるぞ。
Konami and Miu head our way while these impressions are elicited.
何？私がどうしたの？
Don't worry about it.
何のことかは大体わかるけどね。
After all, everyone's gazes are focused on one particular point. At any rate, it sure took you some time. You were already wearing your bikini under your clothes, right?
私の着替えはすぐ終わったんだけど。私の着替えを手伝ってもらってたの。見てわかる通り、ミオさんの立派な突起物が収まりきらなくて。
Your splendid assets.
コナミちゃん！ほら兄さん見て。これが全然収まらなくて。ほらほら。
I got it already, so don't push Miu in front of me like that. I might end up accidentally touching her.
それは立派な突起物に。ゆうくんが？
Don't say stuff that'll make her imagine weird things again. Just like that, I want to avoid topics that I don't know how to react to if possible.
ちょっとユーリさん、あの肉の塊はどうなってるんですの？私に言われても。というか、何ですかその喋り方。不公平ですわよね。そう思いませんかと？ そう言っている先輩だって十分大きいじゃないですか。でも身長がある分、ミオちゃんみたいにインパクトあるサイズじゃないし。
いやー、確かにあれはインパクトありますな。
女性の胸をジロジロ見るなんて失礼です。でもユーリだってあのポインポインは羨ましいんじゃない？それは
I think for the first time, it's best I pretend I don't hear anything. I think for the time being, it's best I pretend I don't hear anything they're saying.
兄さん、兄さん。
Huh? What is it?
私の水着、どう？納札された？
No. And snare is not really the right word, but as I pondered about what I should answer, I noticed that I've never seen her in that bikini before. Is it a new one?
今日が初お披露目。
I see, it suits you well.
ほんと？かわいい？
Yeah, it's totally cute.
兄さんがそう言うなら安心だね。
I have my doubts as to whether my opinion has enough clout to be a representation of the male gender, but since Konami is happy, I guess there's no reason to interpose that.
じゃあ次は、ミオさんね。私も
？Having said that, she pushes Mio in front of me. I get the feeling I ended up having to praise everyone's bikini. In the end.
ほらほら、せっかくの新しい水着なんですから、兄さんにしっかりと見てもらいましょう。恥ずかしいよ。そう言わず、上から下まで舐め回されるように見せないと。舐め回されるように？
Relax, I won't look at you that way. Besides, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I'll try to avoid looking at you as much as possible.
大丈夫だよ。ゆうくんが見たいなら。
Well, if you say so. Mio sheepishly takes position in front before me. Being a guy, the one spot that shows remarkable growth draws my attention. But aside from that, she gives off a cheerful impression overall, perfectly suiting her character. Yeah, I think you look nice. And not only your bikini, that hair ornament also suits you well.
あ、これ水着に合わせてみたんだ。よかったですね、ミオさん。確かにその髪飾り似合ってるね。ありがとうございます。ジンポウ先輩もそのお星様可愛いですよ。あ、気づいた？私も水着に合わせてみたんだ。そうそう、さっきね、ユウマくんがユーリの水着をね。ちょっと先輩、何の話をしているんですか？ユウマくんに似合ってるって褒められて嬉しそうにしていた話だけど。そうなんだ。よかったね、ユーリちゃん。先輩、ちょっとその話、詳しく聞かせてもらえますか？あのね、私が。
I distanced myself from the circle of girls who are immersing themselves in a merry conversation.
いや、実にかしましくて楽しそうだな。
If you think it's fun, why don't you join in as well?
かしましいという漢字は女だけで構成されているんだぞ。男の俺やユーマには出る幕などない。
I see. I think he does have a point. Still, I couldn't avoid unintentionally overhearing their merry conversation. After that, in accordance with our president's directive, we wildly played in the water for about an hour. Some fine weather today. Sitting on a chair at the poolside, I gazed at the sky through the glassed ceiling.
まったりしすぎじゃない？
As I direct my face towards the direction of the voice, I find Tsukushima standing there. Well, let me take a short break after romping around so much. I'm a bit exhausted, probably because I went a little too wild, just as if I were a kid again. Besides, didn't you also come to rest?
ちょっとね。ジンポウ先輩に付き合ってたから少し疲れちゃって。
Konami-so and Mio are also full of energy, after all.
まだ夏じゃないのに こんなにプールを満喫することになるとは思わなかったわ。
Saying that, Tsukushima lets loose a smile. So that basically means you're having fun with everyone, right?
そうかも。
Suddenly I hear vibrating from someone's belongings. Cell phone?
そうみたい。これ、声田くんの荷物じゃないかしら。
Let's see. I saw your cell phone's ringing!
マジで？サンキュー、今行くわ。
After exchanging a couple of words with Senpai, Soul swiftly swims in our direction. He's a surprisingly fast swimmer.
じゃ、交代だ、ユーマ。
Baton pass?
十分休んだだろ。行ってハーレム気分を味わってこい。
Sure, that's harem. Can't really call a situation where you're teased and toyed around with by 3 girls a harem.
おーい、ユーマくん、早く。
So you set me up already?
まあなんじゃ、よろしく。
Having no choice but to resign to my fate, I heave a sigh and make my way over to them.
よしよし、来たわね。いらっしゃい、兄さん。ゆうくん戻ってきた。
What have you been doing just now?
私たちが他の男と何してたか気になるの？もしかしてゆうまくんって独占欲強い方？
Nah, it's not. I was trying to... As I'm about to die, Konami interrupts me.
声田先輩がミオさんに襲いかかろうとするのを私とアン先輩で止めてたんだよ。そうだったの？
Seems the very person in question has no recollection of that, though.
いやー、声田くんだから安心だと思っていたのに、とんでもないけだものだったね、彼は。
What random nonsense are they spouting?
私、危なかったのかな、ゆうくん。
Well, I can at least say that these two are more dangerous to you than Soul is.
そういうゆうまくんは危険じゃないのかな。みおさん的に言うと、兄さんの相手は声田先輩だから、全然危険じゃないですよね。もちろん。
Konami, don't bring up that sort of subject in Mio's presence. Mio's eyes begin to sparkle in the instant Konami has said
ゆ
that.
うまくんってば、そっちの人だったの？
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
何のことかな？
Saying that with a grin on her face avoids any persuasive power behind her words. Anyway, won't you finally answer my question, Senpai?
ごめんごめん。何してたかだっけ？ボール遊びとか、潜水競争とか。あとは、浮き輪で漂ったり？
The last one only applies to you, doesn't it? She snuck in a swim ring into the bag without me noticing and is now the only one shrewdly utilizing it.
兄さんも、ビート板で漂う？
Let me your swim ring for a while.
次はミオさんに貸す約束になっているから、兄さんはその後ね。
Well, not that it matters. As the thought that it's not like I seriously want to borrow the swim ring anyways goes through my mind, Mio cuts in.
ゆうくん、それなら、私と一緒に、使う？
If you do that, you'd cry, wouldn't you?
少しくらいなら、我慢するよ。
You don't have to. I'm here to have a good. We're here to have a good time with everyone. So a tear-stained face doesn't suit a day of fun such as this, don't you think?
うわー、ゆうまくんってばキザー。さすが、賞金首にまでなる男は違いますね。
What did I do to deserve criticism now?
さて、喋るのもいいけど、そろそろ遊ばない？
Alright, let's do that.
おーい、俺と月島さんも混ぜてくれ。
Huh?
お、戻ってきた。はーい、ゆうりちゃん。
Fuck texted me now. And so the 6 of us enjoyed having fun in the water once again.
疲れたわ。
そりゃあれだけはしゃげば当然っすよ。
Yeah, you said it.
もう何よ、二人して。
However, considering that So and I are also pretty worn out, we in fact went hog wild and to an extent that we can't exactly talk big. Where's that?
私、ちょっと飲み物買ってくるね。
Yeah, see you in a bit then. Mio and Konami are still in the water and continue to enjoy themselves as they splash around. Despite going wild as much earlier, they're still full of energy, it seems. Huh? That's what I thought, but Mio suddenly gets out of the water very quickly. Then she hurriedly comes over to us. What is it, Mio? Her top became undone. She rummaged through her belongings, grabs her towel, and then heads to the opposite pool side. What's up with her?
急いでいる時点で察してやれ、ユーマ。
My toilet. Make it sound like it was obvious.
お花を摘みに行ったんだと思うよ。
Bailed herself to the facility. Ah. So she's in a hurry because she had to go to the restroom.
ところで、ゆうまくん、お願いがあるんだけど。
Request?
聞いてくれる？
In response to her coaxing voice, I get a somewhat bad, or rather troubling feeling. Well then, what should I do? I kinda really want to keep going. So basically, apparently, leave it to So and run away is for Konami. Say that you have to use the toilet is for... Take a fucking guess. Mio, since she's on the toilet. So of course, that is for Mio's round. Listen to Senpai's request, take a fucking guess, and go buy a drink as well. Who went to buy a drink? Like, this is actually really fucking obvious. I didn't even need a fucking route guide. The only one I probably wouldn't get is leave it to So and run away, because I just kind of like ditched the fucking little sis in the end, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so yeah. For that, I actually have a very nice, like, clear-cut line where, yes, here starts the route. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye.